Hello.
Hi.
It's us. It's me and Erin, and I was wrangling some technical difficulties because they are contagious, unfortunately. And yeah, yes, I don't even know what to say.
I'm a Gen Xer. That's all I need to say.
Oh, so we're gonna get in trouble tonight, and if you don't know the story, and I'm just going to tell the story of the Kazoos because maybe some people are confused why Kevin Tinter is on the thumbnail and there's a larger than life kazoo on there and then there's a kazoo. It's because in a private event that Doug Wood hosted at a church, I know, twisty, someone was cheering in the audience after someone had finished. They weren't being obnoxious and they were playing the kazoo. Kevin Tinter comes on stage and he's like, whoever's playing the kazoo needs to stop. And in the very depths of my soul, I was like, the kazoo will never die, Kevin Tinter. And so we've got all the kazoo sound, bites ready to go. And let me pass the mic back up to the queen herself, Erin, and let her introduce herself to my stream, although I'm pretty sure everyone knows who I am because Erin has shared my stream so many times. But
And
Erin,
vice versa. I mean,
well, yes, but
yeah.
still, like, Erin is the OG of, like, how I got out of Young Living, and so, like, this is a special, warm, happy moment for me, and hopefully technical
And for
difficulties.
me.
Yeah, well, thank you for streaming with me, but let me, let Erin go first and introduce herself, and then I'll go next.
Am I supposed to do my intro? Like my
Yes.
video
We
intro?
have to, you have to do it. It's iconic. We're ready. We're so ready.
Okay. You guys have to say it with me. Okay. You
Just
just
tell us.
verbally, you don't have to type
Yes,
it.
yes.
But my name is Erin Bies. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran. I spent 13 and a half years at multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps.
It's incredible. It's literally the most iconic intro on YouTube, and
Thank
I
you.
I I don't even know what to say. We have purple's one of my favorite colors.
Same.
Erin's hair is purple. The stream is the most on brand it's ever been, and I'm literally so
My
excited.
my background light is purple. You probably can only see it here because it's still very much daylight here in Vegas. But
I love it.
yeah,
I love it so much.
I love our vibe tonight.
Yeah, me too, and then we're twins with our headphones
We're
too, 'cause
twinning.
yeah.
So before we were live streaming, I was talking to DC and we were getting everything set up, and I was like, "Oh man, I thought about because I saw her streaming her members only stream earlier, and I was chatting and saying hello to everybody in there as well. And I was like, I should wear my hat backwards because I had my hat backwards
Yes.
earlier today because it's a rest day, and anyways. And I was like, that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, we could be
But
twins, but
yeah,
the purple hair is iconic, so, like,
thank
it is
you,
perfect, it's so perfect.
thank you. I love our vibe.
I'm here for it, seriously, and, if y'all don't know, the reason that I got out of Young Living as quickly as I did is because of Erin Bies. I was hanging out in her live stream for the longest time. I joined her Discord when I was still in Young Living, not as, like, an infiltration moment, but as a,
Yeah,
like, "Oh my god, I don't know what's happening. I really wanna leave, but I'm scared." And so, it was just kind of a chill space, like, people knew I was still in, and Erin knew I was, like, waffling between, like, being strong enough to leave and also being scared. And then, we ended up doing a live we did a podcast episode on your
hmm,
podcast, and then I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna make YouTube videos too." And I'm like, so
yeah.
many people in multi-level marketing make fun of people who leave like they're quitters. And so that's why I was like, you know what? I'm an MLM dropout. And that is me trying to reclaim like the name of like, yeah, drop out at any time that you want. And so I've been in 2 MLMs and I haven't joined one in over a year and I'm like so proud of myself. And so here we are. Well, here we are. Here we are. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Yeah.
I don't
So
know if we've ever, aside from the podcast, I don't know that we've ever really kind of talked about that. And actually, it feels like to me, it just feels like you've always been making anti-MLM content on YouTube. Like I learned so much from you. It's nuts. In fact, I have a whole list of questions I have for you for another time.
Oh, perfect. Well, I'm happy to answer them. I'm happy to answer them. I think I, like, know just enough to get myself into trouble, and then I also am a little bit stubborn because when it's like, "Okay, you're gonna embed your video and make this harder for me to get it," like, I am gonna get it. People are gonna find out about it. You cannot do the secret stuff behind the, like, the passwords, because that's what this Optavia conference where we made all this stuff about the Kazoos was paid for, like, secret kind of thing. You had to have a password login to get it, and then we end up watching it, and all this fluffery goes on behind the scenes,
Yeah.
and we're happy to expose it, and I think that's the power of, like, what anti-MLM does, is, like, we can get in and show y'all what's going on behind the scenes, because if I had seen what's going on behind the scenes before I joined MLM, I wouldn't have joined. That's
Yeah.
me being wordy, so
No, I mean, that's so true though. I think when people it's always I always use the with situations or stories like this, it's like I use the Wizard of Oz.
Mm,
And once you see behind the curtain that the wizard is just a mediocre old man or whatever, it's like, "Oh, you can't unsee it,"
yep,
you know?
yep, yep.
And yeah. I have to tell you guys something. It has nothing to do with this live stream. I haven't even told DC yet
Oh,
this. But earlier today, by the way, have y'all watched the Zoom snooping tonight? I love that, Charlene. Have you guys watched the Jessie Lee Jane Marie Dream podcast video?
yes,
Okay.
it was a bombshell. When we okay, so Jesse Lee's I don't mean to interrupt you, but,
No,
like,
you're fine.
the background. Jesse Lee's been doing this for years, and we've been wondering for years, like, you are literally pulling the rug out from someone who asked you to be on their podcast, and you're dropping it before they even drop it. And so I woke up, I had a bad night. I woke up at 2 o'clock. What time is it? Oh wait, we don't cuss. Oh well, I might use the cursey words on Aaron's channel. I'm so sorry. Stuff hit the fan, and I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? Jane Marie pissed because Jesse Lee streamed it, and now I'm gonna hand the microphone back up, and I
Yeah,
interrupt a lot. Aaron's stream. Please accept my apologies in advance. I am
you're
excited
fine.
to be here. So there we go.
It's all good. It's all good. I don't think anybody's gonna be bothered by that. Okay, so when there's videos like this, and not just Jessie Lee, but when we see an MLMer that is, I don't even know how to describe it. And thank you guys so much for that, the compliment on the live stream. Um, just odd behavior. I guess I'm just going to roll with that. Odd behavior. I always think of AM social psychology.
Yes.
And I'm like, please cover this. Please cover this. I want to know like what's going on. By the way, I don't know if she's watching, but we miss her. I know she has a very busy life,
Yes.
but she's got several videos up that you guys can go and watch. So, JJ and I, were we on a FaceTime today? I don't remember. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't. It was yesterday, and I said, "Hey, we should send this to AM Social Psychology." So I messaged her. We did a group message on Instagram, sent it to her, sent her the little clip of Jessie Lee's stories that some of you sent my way, where she was talking about how when leaders leave, the people that didn't like that leader roll up and that whole thing, which I'm like, first of all, I can tell you were crying. It looks to me like you were crying before this, so don't act tough. But the thing about that, if you guys have not already seen that, the thing that really, when you watch stuff like that, there's things that seem out of place,
Mm.
and for me, when she looked up and like snapped her fingers, like get back in character, I was like, oh my God. Now, why am I telling you guys all of this? Because I have permission from AM Social Psychology to tell you what she says about it. She may or may not do a video because she said she's extremely busy, but she wants me to share this. She shared it with JJ and I. So I just want to read this really quickly for you guys. And again, this is from a professional, AM Social Psychology. And here's what she says. Just in case I don't have time to make a video on this, I want to tell you what I see in case it will help you continue to heal, which I think is important for everybody. What I'm seeing here is a person who has not surpassed the emotional age of about 12 years old. This is the emotional age of most narcissists. As her mask falls, she crosses her arms, giggles, and says things like, well, duh, just like one would expect a 12-year-old girl to act if she got called into the principal's office. Also, she speaks as though she believes that she is somehow 100% in charge of whether her cancer will be beat or not, which is an incredibly sad belief, because with such a belief, she will probably continue to chase things other than her spiritual health. Are you really throwing up right now, bro? Oh, dude.
Technical difficulties.
That's all right. I'll get that in a little bit. Okay. Another sad thing is that 1,600, supposedly, people are being led by someone with the emotional capacities of a 12-year-old pretending to be an adult. The pretending is clear when she says she's going to bring out passionate Jessie, as if she has a bag of costumes she can draw from. Let me know. Are you still throwing up? Dude, what is happening? Maybe don't eat so fat. Of course, it's a hairball. Sorry, guys. Let me know if any of this resonates with you, which it absolutely did. She did give me permission to share this. I'm sure JJ will share it on one of her videos as well, too. But I think that's an important insight from a professional from the 36-minute video that Jessie Lee shared. So even the cat was disgusted with JL's actions. Yeah.
When I was watching it, and I'm not going to give stuff away, but because if you haven't watched Erin's reaction, that she got permission to react to from Jane Marie, because Erin's actually respectful, but it's wild and it's uncomfortable to watch Jessie Lee and you have to watch it, and I don't want to give it away, but the sudden realization midway through, the complete change of behavior that happens, you can't miss it. And if you have missed it, I mean, wait until the stream is over to go watch it on Erin's channel. But seriously, like it's wild. It's so wild. It's so wild.
Yeah,
So.
it's definitely a shift. Definitely a shift. But anyways, I know we're not here to talk about that, but that just happened while I was getting ready for this live stream, and so I thought it'd be kind of cool, to share that. I mean,
no, that's great. That's great. And I always love like when AM Social Psychology is able to like post something, and it's always one of those like treasure like golden nuggets of like you can't use, kind of refresh and wait and see if there's something there. But if you haven't seen her AM Social Psychology's channel, it's really great too. So
it's amazing, her channel. I'm like, please put out more videos. But then, people have lives, so I understand too.
I don't, but other people do. So like I'm here like kind of running my mouth on the internet, not 24/7, but close to it. And so when I was live streaming earlier with the members and Erin was in there and she was like, hey, what do you think about live streaming tonight? And I was like, hell yes. I'm like, members, we're going to have to take a pause on this recording that's taking so long. And now we're here for Kevin Tinter. We're here for we're here for the Kazoos, and I will be playing a few sound bites because Kevin Tinter. So
have your Kazoos ready, everybody.
If y'all don't know the structure, Doug Wood is at the top. Well, he's close to the top of the pyramid. He is, in my opinion, just wild. And then the Tinters are right below them. Becca and Kevin Tinter. Kevin's the one who hates the Kazoos. And so that's all of that. So
this one's for you, Kevin.
Yes. What up, buddy? I know you watch Erin stuff, so
what up, big guy?
Oh, can you do our favorite new song? Yes, I will do it. I don't know if I'm sure that Erin's already heard it, but this is our favorite song.
I love it.
The Kazoos start in about 10 seconds. Ready? Here it goes.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. I'm so sorry to Erin's channel. Like, I don't have any
No.
control. All my brand is based off around a kazoo at this point. Kazoo and the color purple, and fighting Optavia, and we're here for it. So I'm just gonna apologize to Erin's channel.
I'm pretty sure they're loving it.
Okay, well, I'm glad. I hope you are. Erin's channel.
I love it.
I feel like, like when you feel, and I know Erin's never been like this, but when you're the person and you're like, I'm not quite cool enough. And I know Erin would never give off this vibe, but that's how I feel when I'm like, oh, here are my soundtracks of Star Wars in a kazoo, or
It's great.
whatever it is. So that's
It's like
that's my-
Savannah's Pop Tarts in the Chat song.
Yes, exactly.
It's
exactly.
amazing. I love it.
Kazoos all around. Yes.
Kazoos for everybody except for Kevin, because his little man feelings are hurt by it.
Yes. All right. I think when you had to come back in, the video is
my bad.
More so. We are going to be reacting to Kevin Tinter and Becca Tinter, some kind of call, and Erin will be driving this car of nightmarish.
Are you sure you want to put me in charge of that?
I don't know. I think I think the person with the most clout should do it. That's
no. We're in this together. We're a team.
Okay. Oh my gosh. We did a disclaimer earlier about like this is not we're not doing this to target them. We're looking at behavior. So if you want to go back and look at the disclaimers, we also may be touching on some potential eating disorder, body dysmorphia. Optavia is a health and wellness MLM, but mostly they're hyper focused on losing weight at any cost, in my opinion. And if that's going to cause you to feel like any kind of way, because if you're working through your own stuff about your own body, this is not the stream for you. I think we'll both take a pity like, but don't feel slimed by sticking it out because you just want to hang out. There will be lots more streams where we're not doing health and wellness stuff. So we're all in this together. Oh my God, we need that clip.
Kazoos over ukuleles.
I guess. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. If anyone knows how to play the kazoo for real and can copy Colleen Ballinger's like song stuff, that would be iconic to do that over that. So
it really would be.
Yes. Okay. All right. I think we're ready. Lint rollers and kazoos and our emotions are all ready for this. So buckle up. Oh my God.
Yeah. What do you want me? Do you want me to do it?
I think you're in charge. Here you go. I'll put it on. There we go.
Okay.
I have to apologize for the horrible lighting.
Hey, Becca.
I am in a hotel room and the sun is still coming up. So I am not the main speaker today, which is perfect. So it works out great. But we are really excited for you guys. We have a powerful week too. And so I just wanted to spend a couple minutes. I don't know if any of you have been playing the Unstoppable song. Again, I'm going to frame this as a personally for me as a Christian, like nothing is bigger for me than my love for Jesus. So
sorry. Religious manipulation. Forgot that content warning. Forgot it.
Well, see, here's the thing. I have not watched this. This was sent to me. Shout out to the individual that sent it, by the way. And so I really don't know what we're in for. So just be prepared for all the stuff that we talk about with Optavia, like DeeCee already talked about, spiritual manipulation, emotional manipulation. Just be ready. Just be ready for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we apologize ahead of time because you just never know with these,
unfortunately,
individuals.
Yes, and you don't get this when you go to like a regular company, just like a corporate company, a corporate training. You don't get like surprise NLP, surprise religious manipulation, surprise whatever it is. Every content warning on the planet, it's like, oh, we're just gonna bring up random stuff. You don't get that with a traditional, corporate company. Just MLMs, because they're predatory in terms of preying on your relationship, your friendship, whatever it is, and then they do this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's yuck. Big yuck for me.
Indeed.
So whenever I listen to songs, I filter it through that. But the song is very fun and motivating. And I think it reminds us to empower ourselves with what we have in our hands and to be bold. And if you're not excited after the last couple of testimonies, then, maybe check a pulse a little bit, because think about the power of what we do. I mean,
maybe check yourself, Becca.
Yeah.
If they're not excited about testimonials, girl, what?
Maybe check the testimonials. I love how they're like, oh, you're supposed to behave a specific way because this was incredible, even when it's not. They're like, they gaslight you into telling you like what you're supposed to believe, what you're supposed to experience, how you're supposed to see stuff. And it's like, no, the emperor does not have clothes on right now. Like, that's the situation that we're dealing with, because they're like, oh, that was amazing, that was incredible. Probably not. Probably
Dangerous, in our opinion.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just going to start with, my girlfriend from high school feels better about herself and her jeans. And the next 3 testimonies were life-changing. And I know there's probably a lot more people have not shared yet. So it reminds me that, yes, we can help people have some wins physically, but there's such a greater thing that we are a part of. And it's so much fun to do life with all of you guys. So a couple of things I wanted to set us up with this week before
I think it's Revelation.
Oh God.
7:17.
What is it?
For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living fountains of waters, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
Oh. Well, that's twisty. I mean, if you've never, like, I grew up going to church. My parents are still Christian. It's like, it's even twistier because they're taking this infrastructure of faith and religion and they're infusing it into everything they're doing. And so then they're saying like, well, where are you getting your motivation on? Who is feeding you spiritually? The Lord should be doing that. And if you have any questions about Optavia, all of a sudden it becomes questions about, your relationship with Christ, and it gets twisty fast because they do target other people of faith. They do target, that situation because it can keep those people in longer.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Just another way to manipulate people to do what they want them to do so that they can earn the income off of their time, energy, and effort. It's gross.
Yep.
Before I turn it over to some incredible trainers, is I hope that you worked through week 1's action steps. Just a reminder that we always want to have lists of people written down, and it's really about stewardship in my world, because I realize many of us, we're not going to be able to keep track of them. And if we don't have them written down, what we write down.
Thank you for this. I can't stay for it all. Gotta go mod another podcast. I wanted to just say thank you for all that you do. Optavia did a number on me physically and mentally. I'm so sorry that you went through that, 2 sisters and some yarn. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for sharing. And we're so glad that you got out of Optavia. And oh God, yeah. I can't stand this company. I know you feel the same way, DeeCee.
Yeah, it literally, and again, if you're in Optavia and you're watching this and you're kind of lurking, because that's what I did the first year that I was thinking, where I was still heavily in Young Living, I was thinking about getting out, and I found people on the internet, and I lurked a little bit in the live chat. The live chat's not going to eat you alive. You can ask questions. And I know the same rules in Erin's chat. We're united by civility and respect, and people are happy to answer questions. But if you're feeling big feelings about us reacting to Optavia, it's okay. You can experience those. We're trying to uncover the manipulation so that you maybe can like take a step back and realize like why you don't feel good being in this community, or what are some things that are holding you back from leaving. And that's why we react to these Zoom calls that, Becca and Kevin don't ever think are going to see the light of day. So if you're lurking, welcome. We're happy to have you here.
I'd like to add on that, DeeCee talked about having big feelings, and if you are in Optavia or are watching any anti-MLM content and you start to feel angry or sad or feeling like the wool was pulled over your eyes in a sense. Just know that your feelings are valid.
Yeah.
And everything that you're feeling, I mean, I talk about this a lot, but when I first found anti-MLM content, I was mad.
Mm.
And I was mad for so many reasons, but you have to be able to step back and say, well, why is this upsetting me?
Mm.
And as I watched more content and realized, okay, well, what they're saying happens. And not only does it happen, but I have that same experience in multiple companies, and being able to just remove the MLM filter off of your eyes for a second and allow yourself to just listen without filtering. Because in MLMs, you're taught to, if somebody doesn't agree with what you're doing, automatically they're a hater and you don't listen to them. But if that is you and you're in Optavia, I don't care whose downline you're in or whatever, or any MLM company, just stop for a second and try to work through that. Maybe call a friend that's not in MLM. This is not something you should reach out and talk to your upline about, because you know what they're going to tell you to do.
Yeah.
This is something you have to work out kind of on your own. But just know that whether you're lurking or you want to message your favorite anti-MLM content creator privately, all of those things are awesome and you're welcome here. What's not welcome here is any kind of an ad hominem attack. That's not welcome here. And it'll never be welcome here.
Yep.
That's not okay. So anyways.
Yep. 100%.
Becomes intentional. It's literally scriptural to write it plainly. And so I think as people come to mind, making sure we continue to write down names and think of people that we want to influence and help. That's important for us because it keeps them in the forefront of our mind. And then it reminds us to steward those relationships. And if someone's not ready or will never be ready, that's okay. We can still be in relationship with people. That's the beauty of our plan and our business model, but it allows us to also be intentional with the time that we spend with others. So hopefully you came away last week with some additional confidence in what we have in our hands, right? Because we have an incredible program scientifically designed to be very, very effective for people if followed properly. And then now you have more names going down of people that you want to make sure you're spending intentional time with. So I'm really excited about that. I wanted to share a couple of announcements.
People are not checklists.
Yeah, and they're doing it for the predatory purpose of saying anybody that comes to your mind must be the Holy Spirit putting them on your heart that they need Optavia. When I'm sorry to tell you this, I as genuinely as I can say this, I don't think God or the universe gives a flying flippity flop about a multi-level marketing company that is one of a huge tool in creating an ecosystem for eating disorders. I just don't think, and I don't think like any like higher being or whatever is about manipulating people, but that's just me. And this is so twisty, and it's like, as someone who it's very hard for me to make friends, listening to this and know that potentially I was on someone's list.
Mm-hmm.
I was on someone's list to reach out to that. And it does make you feel good. Like, oh my gosh, you thought of me. Like, of course I'll listen to your sales pitch. And then you freaking get stuck. And it's like, oh, you weren't really like thinking about me because you wanted to be my friend. You wanted my credit card because I had a pulse. And it like that makes it devastating.
Yeah. It makes it harder to make friends. It makes it harder for people to trust other humans. It makes people want to, hide, and interaction with other humans is really important for so many reasons. So
yeah.
Yuck.
Announcements, and then we're going to go to a really cool testimony.
Ugh.
So hang tight with me here, and happy birthday to a couple people I saw in
Presenter
the chat.
mode.
I know, I think it was Jill and also Jen Ray. I don't know if she's on, but I think it's her birthday. Just a quick reminder of our income disclosure statement. We want to do everything with integrity, but if you haven't.
Hey, Becca, you're going to need to make that image a little bit bigger and probably leave it on longer than 2.5 seconds for people to actually look at the numbers. Just because you're showing it.
Yeah. And she has
Man.
2 posters here on the same PowerPoint slide. I'm like, "Oh, can we see anything?" "No, we cannot."
Brandy. So Brandy and I are engaged apparently from the last live stream, I
Oh my
learned.
god. I love that so much. Oh my god. I'm honestly, I'm taking any friends at this point, and I just, it's twisty, like, knowing that, like, that there's people out there in MLMs who are teaching others how to target vulnerable people, and also, like, why did Becca not line up these images on this PowerPoint? Like, they're not even one's lower than the other side, and there was enough room to size it up, and then, oh, we put 2 posters on the same effing slide, and
Yeah.
this is from the Level Up conference that we reacted to, where Kevin told us of his deep desire to hate Kazoos. So, yeah.
Oh, this is the event that he said that?
Yeah, this is the event.
I love that for him.
Me too. Kevin, what's up? Ugh.
Lots of kazoos for Kevin. Kazoos in the chat for Kevin.
Yes, yes. I know my chat's got some kazoos for the Snarky, so let them rip,
Yeah,
guys.
you have to do it on DC's channel, but kazoos
Yeah.
in the chat.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Haven't seen the reminders lately. Just a reminder that Level Up registration is open, of course, to all coaches now and guests and clients. And so Level Up is going to be a training event for coaches, but it's also going to be very much a personal development conference. And so I would love for you guys to think of people in your life that you have been layering with coaching, or that you think would be just enjoy being part of our community, and invite them and get them registered while there's still space. And then just a couple of reminders, we have an FIBC party. So for those of you that are working towards this, it's part of what your goals are for this quarter. You need to rank in January or February, and then we're going to throw a really fun party on that Wednesday night.
I'm trying to remember, but FIBC is like it's a rank or some kind of a certification. I don't remember. Do you remember, DC? What?
I do not. And they have so many ranks. It's so twisty. And again, like, it's difficult.
Fully integrated business coach. A coach who demonstrates mastery in team building. He or she is certified and qualifies as global director, and has 5 qualified fully integrated business coach teams in a monthly bonus period. So not only do they have to hit, so FIBL, fully integrated business leader has 5 fully integrated business coaches. So it's just making sure that the people below you are recruiting to a certain level, and then you rank up essentially. So they're having a special FIBC event.
Yeah, if it's so special, then why didn't we spend some time making the PowerPoint, like, looking better? Like, I know, like, all life is not just about PowerPoint presentations, but if we're gonna have to suffer through them, then why do they look like this? I don't understand. I don't get it. It makes me it's oops. Well, there we go. I don't know what I'm doing.
Me neither.
Oh God. I wish
And
my bad.
I think we do have this training too. I think Clowntown, Tish, and I reacted to the conference. It's an emotional roller coaster. So, like, enter at your own risk. They had, what's his name? Who's John Maxwell spoke at it. And we streamed that, and he's twisty AF. He used to be a pastor, and now he gets paid to promote all these multi-level marketing companies. Oh, having 5 executive director legs above you. FIBC is a lesser rank than FIBL. Twisty. Okay.
How does that work? FIBC?
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I think they were trying to be creative with the off, like, kilter rectangle, but it just comes across as they didn't 90-degree it. So Y'all are saying crooked slide. Yes, I will take it. Minus 10 points. Erin's like, what did I get into? Like, we're in power.
I love it. No, I watch all your streams. I watch them all.
Oh my God. Here we go.
And then I know many of you either are or would like to become executive directors. And an executive director is someone who's supporting about 17 to 20 clients by themselves, or they're supporting a total of 17 to 20 clients because they're coaching some clients and they have some coaches in their organization supporting clients. That's a general.
How many times are you going to say coaches and clients in one paragraph?
I don't know. I should have put a little counter up here. I should have done something. God.
I need to learn how to do that. I'm going to add that to my list of questions I have for you.
Oh God. This
general and basic overview of what it means.
Sorry.
No, we're good. I'm just thinking about how much trouble we can get into with streaming on the internet. And I'm like, so much trouble. I'm here for it.
I love it. I love it here.
To be an executive director. But we would love to help you get there this month, February, and be able to join us for that special morning training on Thursday morning. So make sure if this is something that you desire, that you connect with your support team and you let them know, hey, this is a goal for me. I would like to be there. I would like to be at the training and I would like to support that many clients because I see the value of what we're doing and I have a heart for others. And then through this boot camp and training and the mentorship, you will learn the skill sets to do that. So last week was all about getting our head straight. What do we have in our hands and how do we show up well? This week, boot camp is called the Unstoppable Transformations. So week 2 is how do we help people transform?
Week 2 is make sure you're on the 5-in-1, but do the extreme version where you're only taking the powdered products. That this is a real thing that they tell people to do. So the 5-in-1 is already super restrictive. You're eating these garbage fuelings that, by the way, I'm hearing some rumbling that there could be heavy metals in the fuelings. I'm not stating that as a fact. I haven't done the research on that yet. However, I have had people that reached out and said, hey, these need to be tested. Now, if I could test all of the MLM products for heavy metals, amongst other things, would I? Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was a lot. So I'm taking a break from testing anything else right now. But that's the word on the street, if you will, is that they could be having some challenges, allegedly, with heavy metal, along with, I think it's Trinant and their Glow. I think it's their collagen product, allegedly, of course. So this could turn into a thing, you know? It's dangerous in my opinion.
It sounds like it absolutely could. Well, speaking of collagen, I think it would be awesome if someone did like a mashup of all the collagens from all multi-level marketing, because I did a stream yesterday where they call their collagen collagen or something, and all of their names are like French. No, I say Frenchified.
Is that Truvy?
It's not Truvy. It's 3.
Beneve.
3 International.
Oh, 3.
It's wild. Viseo closed down and it's morphed into 3, but their website isn't 3. It's III.earth. Like it's very like Scientology-esque, but everything is like fancified for no reason at all. And it's like, oh my God. And it just, I don't know. It's just in the same weird space as Optavia for health and wellness.
Okay, that's interesting. Cool. Also, Truvy has collagen pearls that they just released in the last couple months or whatever.
How do you take those?
I guess they just dissolve. I don't know. I just saw it earlier today when I think today was like a work day for both you and I, where we were like downloading a bunch of stuff. And so I was looking into Truvy. I know some people have messaged me about it. So I know y'all are excited about it.
Yeah.
I guess now they have an app, like a workout app.
Oh my God.
It's free, but you have to have a distributor ID or whatever in order to sign up.
I love how they're like, oh, it's free, but there are some extra fees that we forgot to tell you about.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Great.
Yeah. So that's that. But I think a collagen mashup would be amazing.
Oh, or we could do a bracket. We could have a bracket behind us, and we could put all the collagens on there, and then we could watch each video, like each like trailer for each collagen, and then the live chat could vote on which which is the worst. And then it could come into the middle like a bracket for like basketball, but for like collagen, and then we could find the worst collagen MLM.
Well, you know what we could do? We could do that. I hope somebody's writing this down because DeeCee and I are not going to. So somebody help us out. Okay. we could do like a fundraiser type thing. So we could find an organization and everybody can like chip in if they're able to. I mean, you can still participate in the live chat, of course, always. But maybe we could do some sort of a fundraiser where it's like, like March Madness, but it's not. It's like anti-MLM. And then we pick, that'd be kind of fun.
Yes, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. We need to, okay, we're going to have a planning session after this. Yeah. After this live, March Madness of MLM. Oh my God! But we'll have to figure it out.
Clown Town, what's up?
What's up? Oh yeah, let me link all of y'all who are coming in the chat. Here's Erin.
How do you do that?
So I do Nightbot. I'll show you Nightbot. It's a little bot.
I'm adding it to my list. For those of you that are hopping on, you're like, what is this list that she's talking about? I have a list of things I need to ask DeeCee how to do.
Nightbot is a free robot that you can set up with commands, and so I have it tell people to go sub to Erin, and Julie Joe has entered the chat, so I'm gonna do Julie Joe.
AJ.
I'm gonna do Clown Town. I'm gonna do Tish. I think
Love that. JJ put out a video today on the Jessie Lee Dream podcast interview, and I was watching it as I was getting ready, and I was laughing.
Oh my God!
It was so good. So make sure you guys watch that too.
Yes, for sure.
And I hope other creators cover it too, because I know I want to hear other people's input as well. Like I want to hear what DeeCee thinks about it on her channel, and I just think it's interesting to hear everybody's perspective.
Same.
It's not gonna all be the same.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I have Nightbot. I have sound bites.
Yes. We'll get it done. We'll schedule something out. I'm
going to schedule an appointment. I'm paying for your services.
Julie Joe, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you.
That's so nice,
she sent 5. She sent a U1 to Erin. So Julie Joe is
thanks, bestie.
Sending it out. We need we'll give you a are you out of your Vulcan mind for
Are you out of your Vulcan mind?
Star Trek. I know not everyone's a Trekkie, but we do that for super chats here. So thank you so much.
I love that. Growing up, when Star Trek was on TV, we were not allowed to speak in the household. My dad was like, "Excuse me, I need you to be quiet. You can talk in the commercials, but Star Trek is on." It was that serious in my house. I think at one point there was a book going around in our household on how to speak
Klingon.
Klingon, yeah. Dre.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. And Dre has a channel too, so don't forget the sub to Dre as well. He has an incredible cooking and commentary, and he's also been on. Y'all, okay, I'm sorry. I know we're distracted. Let me just say this. This happens on my channel, and I know I'm detouring Erin's channel, and listen to this. Erin, if you don't know why Jessie Lee comes up in conversation with us, like in this chat, is because Erin was part of the original group that came over from Modere to prove it. And you know how Jessie Lee keeps saying the original number? It keeps getting smaller and smaller because people keep leaving. And who knows firsthand experience about Jessie Lee Ward? Erin Bies. And do you know who has all of the tea? Erin Bies and Dre. And so if you go to Erin's channel, she has done a stream with Dre multiple times, and
which we need to do again, Dre. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. It's so juicy. It is like the People's Magazine of streams, but it's all true. You know what I'm saying? So don't leave us now, but go put it on your list of what to watch because it's so juicy. That's why.
Thank you.
Okay.
Speaking of the originals, I came across the picture of all of us that were in Dallas when it was right after we signed on into Prove It, and we were flown to Dallas. We did the indoor skydiving. We went to, a nice steakhouse. They wined and dined us. They really did. And when I look at the original picture, there are 3, 6, 9, 12. There's 14 of us plus a baby. Obviously, I'm not going to show the picture, but out of the 14, 9 of those people are no longer a part of the company. So, and let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 are no longer a part of the company.
That's not telling, but Erin, people don't leave where they're loved.
Yeah.
So how could that even happen? I mean,
I can
saying
tell
this
you.
sarcastically. Oh yeah, Erin can tell you. I'm saying this sarcastically because Jessie Lee Ward has said on so many podcasts, on her own podcast, on so many live streams, she is for sure dead serious, looking at the camera saying people don't leave where they're loved, and that's why I've been so successful, because I love my team, blah blah blah. And then you come to find out maybe that's not the full picture.
Yeah. When you exile people because they want to do their own thing, they want to lead in their own way, which is the attribute of a leader. Somebody that's like, hey, I'm going to take this a different direction. I want to try this. I want to try that. That's leadership, in my opinion.
Yep. And
when you exile people because they're not doing what you want them to do, or they don't agree with what you're doing and how you're, I don't know, showing up online. So instead of, maybe just being like, okay, we don't agree or whatever. And you exile them and you block them from all the groups, and, you think it's okay to be collecting those checks on those individuals that you have exiled or that have voiced, hey, I don't agree with what you're doing and how you're going about doing this. And because they did that, you don't want anything to do with them. Or they say, that's not my jam. And you think it's okay for you to collect money on these rank 8s and rank 9s that are getting ready. Well, actually, no, not getting ready, have already left, allegedly, for other MLM companies, and then you're going to act like everything is okay. I'm sorry. No amount of silvers in your accelerator group are going to replace the income that you make off of those rank 8s and rank 9s, in my opinion.
Yep. Mic freaking drop. And if you're thinking to yourself, if you're watching this and you see and you're saying to yourself, wow, that's in a totally different company, Prove It. This happens in so many multi-level marketing companies. This happens in Optavia. Shocker, because someone left this team, Kevin Tinter and Becca Tinter's team, and overall Doug Wood's team, and shunning and losing their ish over people saying like, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore. It's not just relegated to Prove It. It happens all over. And it happens in Optavia as well. So if you're like, wow, this sounds like something I'm going through, it's because these high control groups that are housed in a multi-level marketing package display traits that happen in other groups. We say cult tactics, so don't shut down yet. They are just high control tactics, behavior control, information control, thought control, emotional control. And when you poke the leader who is, I don't know, controlling their downline, this stuff happens. They lose their ish. So
yeah. It's the way of the MLM, exactly, Blazed Goddess. It's the way of the MLM. Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. Here we go. Becca, buckle up.
Perform well. And one of the things we're working on in this season of coaching, and we're going to talk about a lot on training, is how to create sticky clients. We want people to not just come onto our plan because there's a discount right now, or because they have tight pants and they don't feel good. We want them to come on when they're ready, and we want to teach them how to transform their own lives so that there's that personal ownership. So this week, I'm really excited. We've got some great trainers. But before we get started with that, April, introduce yourself to all of us, tell us your story, and tell us about your unstoppable transformation. This is April Thompson.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share a little glimpse into my story. I've been with Optavia for almost 2 years now. When I started program, I was over 100 pounds overweight. Had a
This is one of those companies that has such culty language. When I started program, what else do they say? They talk about contending a lot.
Hmm.
They talk about being in integrity.
Yep.
It is so weird.
Yep.
And Doug and Kevin and Tia, all of you, in my opinion, knuckleheads. I'm saying that in a loving way, not in a rude way.
I love
Y'all
it.
are weird with the language. Calm down.
Yep, for sure.
A 2-year-old and a 9-month-old at the time. My life looked a lot like frustration, comparison, and I was in a lot of physical pain. It felt a lot like living in black and white is the best way I know how to describe it.
Yeah, that's the high control group thinking. That's the us versus them. That's the black and white. Life is a one giant gray area, April.
Yep.
This feels like a cult video. This feels like she was forced to do this interview. Maybe she's just nervous. I don't know. But this feels like, okay, we're going to film you and this is what you're going to say.
Yep.
And then they start filming and she's like, my name is Ava. And I'm saying this because on the outside of the MLM, it's like, this feels very cult-like in how she's delivering this information.
Yep.
Just my opinion.
Yep.
The word vibrant did not exist. And the day that my 9-month-old son skipped crawling and went straight to running is when I knew I had to do something like yesterday. So gaining over 100 pounds in my 20s felt a lot like standing in this like 6-foot hole that I had obviously dug myself, right? Personal responsibility.
A 6-foot hole? What are you talking about? Like a grave? You felt like death? I don't understand what you're trying to say here. That is such a weird way to frame all of this. First of all, after having a baby, the baby is 9 months old, your body is still healing. It takes like a year for you to recover fully from having a baby.
Yeah.
The fact that she is, and I don't know the time frames, but I'm just wondering if she's kind of jumbled some of the time frames. Sometimes that happens, I feel like, when they're telling these stories. You know, like when you have MLMers that have been a part of multiple companies and all of a sudden they don't acknowledge the previous companies and they're like, I got here from there. And it's like, but you did all these things that gave you more energy and you also were restrictive in your calories. And because you had more energy, you were moving more, but you're going to skip all this stuff that you did in between. It's just, it's odd to me.
Yeah. And they've done that. Optavia, I don't remember which, I have the article around somewhere there, and it was for Prove It though, where she was written about in a magazine and she had done most of her weight loss aside from Prove It, and then she made it seem like she had done the rest of her weight loss, or she had done all of her weight loss with the ketones, but really that was not the case. And that again, if you're talking about being in integrity, tell us the whole story, because you making up a narrative that makes your products look like the only heroes in the story it is one of the big issues as well. And you can't be in integrity, whatever that means, and lie to us to get the sale in the same breath, except they do that.
They do. And they don't typically disclose if they've had any kind of reconstructive surgery, weight loss surgery, if they've had tummy tucks or those types of things. There's chatter about some of the top leaders taking Ozempic or things like that. Again, allegedly, I'm not stating that as a fact. There's just some talk about that because, you know, at some point with these mediocre MLM products, you're going to stop seeing results if you're seeing any at all. We know with Optavia, specifically with their 5-in-1, you are taking in an extremely low amount of calories, 800 to 1,000 calories a day. And that can be dangerous for a lot of people.
Yep.
And when you're trying to make this a one-size-fit-all thing for people, when you don't know their history, content warning, I'm going to talk about disordered eating disorders, that kind of thing. So I'll do like DeeCee does. And once I'm done talking about this part, I'll wave my hand. So you guys can turn this down if this part is not your jam. But when you are trying to make this a blanket product for so many people and you don't know their history, you're not a medical professional, you don't have all of the details, and you're saying, oh yeah, cut your calories to 800 to 1,000 a day. What if there's a history of disordered eating? What if they are, and I'm not saying that this is always bad, but when you look at somebody's history, when you look at their medical history and stuff like that, you have to take all of that into account if they're trying to just lose weight to get into some kind of an outfit for an event. I think that it's a very dangerous combo. I think that it could potentially harm people. I've talked about, my experience with my metabolism from being so restrictive when I was on the keto diet. Not to say that the keto diet doesn't work for people. I'm just sharing my experience, and I had to rework how I looked at food. I had to rework how I looked at working out and what that looks like and how to fuel my body and understanding how I felt, because I was my eating habits were so disordered from listening to the MLM and the leaders within the MLM trying to be the perfect before and after picture, that I think that, it's a very dangerous, very fine line that people are walking. And so this kind of stuff really makes me angry because of the work that I've done on myself, not just in the gym, but around food and with my trainer. Shout out to Susan. I hope you're watching. Hello. It was a great call earlier. And if you need somebody that can help you with that, just let me know and I can send you to my trainer, Susan. She's incredible. I will not call her my coach because I think everybody calls themselves a coach, but she's incredible. Anyways, we're good now.
No, it's important too, because the issue is you fall into, you are the best sales, you're this best sales pitch, meaning your before and after is the best sales pitch. And we've heard them talk about this on Zoom calls, and how tempting is it to say, well, I can restrict, and sorry, like still talking about eating disordered stuff. Probably the whole live because it's Optavia.
True.
How tempting is it to say, I'm going to restrict for a week and I'm going to be able to up my sales this many dollars because I'm showing that the program works. And it's so tempting if you struggled with eating disorders like I have, and then you're going into this system where they say be in contend and like super health or whatever. Ultra health is what they're doing now. And then it's like, well, I have to show my leader something, and I have to, how am I supposed to get a sale? Well, I'm just going to starve myself, and then I'm going to do a before and after, and then I'm going to show them that I'm actually doing something. And then your body ends up taking the protein that it needs to function from an important thing, like one of your organs. And then that ends up putting you into a twisty spot. Okay, I'm done now.
Yeah. It's very dangerous, in my opinion.
Is a big part of what we do. All I could see when I was in that hole are these walls, my limits, and all of these concepts that had held me back for a long time. The only impact I was making at that time was the impact on our love seat in the living room. I didn't know what impact meant.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, thanks to Optavia and my awesome coach, I was able to release 110 pounds in less than a year. And now I finally feel like I'm on level ground again. I'm out of that hole on level ground. I can walk, I can jog, or I can run any direction that I want to. So all those physical and emotional limitations, they're gone. They're completely gone. And that's not even the cool part when you compare it to finally feeling like I'm living life in color now. Last week,
I find it so ironic that she's describing her life now with Optavia as living in color when they are so incredibly restrictive. If anything, I think when you get out of the MLM and you start to repair your relationship with food and those types of things, I think that's when you start living in color. When you realize that you can have the tacos like I did with the consomme, last night, and you can enjoy it and you don't have to eat a whole bunch because you don't know when the next time you're going to have it. Like when you can just enjoy that, I feel like that's when you start living in color. When you realize that, your body is in a place where you can process the stuff that you enjoy and you can eat things in moderation,
Yeah.
Also, you just had a baby. And while having a baby and recovering from having a baby and all of that stuff is extremely difficult and taxing on the body and the emotions and, lack of sleep and all that stuff, you have this miracle in front of you. Like the fact that she's talking about this it just makes me sad for her,
Yeah. And part of me understands, like, yeah, if you want to be more mobile and something is limiting your mobility, I understand that. But there's
Absolutely.
also that undercurrent of you're not really living the best life you can, and you can't truly enjoy life if you're bigger. And that is the sad part, because it encourages people to not take pictures, and they won't, they don't want to partake in family events, and they don't want to go to family functions, or they don't want to do stuff and go outside, because this diet culture that we kind of live in the United States is being hyper focused on in Optavia. And the way they talk about it is, you're not only out of integrity when you're bigger, you're not doing what the Lord wants you to do because you're ruining your temple by being fat. And I say that with conviction, because the team that she's on, Becca and Kevin Tinter, were a part of this big Bible thing back in the 90s. And so Doug and Tia would have done it as well. And that is the undercurrent of what they teach in their Zoom trainings and stuff like that.
I mean, it goes back to the hat she's wearing.
Yep.
That Becca was wearing.
Yep. 100%.
Little things like that.
Yep. 100%.
Becca gave us some really cool synonyms for the word unstoppable. And the one that stuck out to me almost immediately was the word rebellious. I think I said it out loud on camera. Ooh, I really like that. I have completely fallen in love with being a rebel in my health. When I take my kids to any play area now my kids are 4 and 2. I'm not sitting with all the other moms on their phones just trying to get a few minutes to escape. I'm the one running around and playing and being presently silly with
April. Be for real right now. You know that when you're going out and you're with your kids and the kids are occupied on the playground and they're going down the slide and they're kind of entertaining themselves, you know for a fact that you're working. You know you're checking in with clients, or you're scheduling calls with clients, potential clients. You're, creating content on Canva or whatever, getting ready to post it. You know you're not just sitting there staring at your children because they're occupied. Anybody in an MLM, in my opinion, that says stuff like this are in denial. Because when you're in an MLM, you're working 24/7.
And
every minute.
She's probably working at that mom's group because she's thinking she has all these people she can recruit, because she's showing how active and fit she is, how she can go and do stuff with her kids and run around. And she is being a moving, living, breathing advertisement to show in front of all these moms on their phones, like, oh, you can't get up and play with your kids? Don't you want to be like me? You can join Optavia, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And there's people that go out and they're taking their kids to do stuff. There's people that have social anxiety and they're not really there to socialize. They're not really there to, be a part of a group. They're just there, to allow their kids to get out and run a little bit, and and that's okay too. The fact that MLMs typically use, I'm going to call it parent shaming. Parent shaming as a way to try and recruit people into their MLM is ridiculous. The fact that they use, financial pain points to try and recruit people into a failing business model is ridiculous. And this is just one more example. And I don't know if this person is still in. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. But blink twice if you need help, my gal, because this is rough.
Yep.
With my kids. And the other day I was actually mistaken for a nanny because another mom couldn't fathom having that much energy to run around with her kids. So that felt awesome. But another thing that's been pretty transformative for me is just letting go of the guilt associated with doing great in my health, my great energy, and how I'm showing up in my own world. There's been a lot of times recently where I've felt like I should just sit down with everybody else, felt that pressure to just lower my own bar, and not feel good about feeling so good. But you know what? I'm in a spot now where I don't really want to sit anymore. I don't want to be on the sidelines just watching anymore. I did way too much existing.
First of all, there is nothing wrong with wanting to be on the sideline and watch, like people watch, or watch your kids do their thing, or there's nothing wrong with that. It's so weird to me that she's using this as a way to try and emotionally manipulate people to join this ridiculous company under this ridiculous leadership.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it here. I mean, I like it here with you, DeeCee, and you guys. I like it here, but reacting to this, I don't like it. And this was my idea, to react to this.
That's okay. That's okay. We'll forgive you this one time, but this is the last time. I'm just kidding. But
Okay, good.
this is what people are experiencing behind closed doors. Basically,
Yeah.
this is the stuff that everybody is. You reach out to your friend and say, "Hey, I know you just had a baby. Are you? You're 6, 8. However many weeks or months out. Like, have you thought about doing this and getting back into shape? You look like you're struggling to lose the baby weight," whatever the conversation looks like, because they told us at the beginning how to make sticky customers and look for people in tight pants or whatever. And it's like, oh, wow. So you literally are targeting people who you think, not they think, you think are too big to be, happy with their life. And then you're going to go sell to those people. And how about not? How about no?
Yeah. How about if somebody says that to you, you add me into a 3-way chat with them and you.
Tap in Erin. Tap in Erin to that for sure. Oh my God. Would that not be awesome though? Would that not be awesome though if someone was like, get on a recruiting call, and then it was a 3-way call?
Is it okay if I bring a friend?
Yeah, I actually have my friend Erin Bies here, and Erin Bies let them have it on the phone with the super.
Can you imagine? I would have so many questions.
We would love for you to record that.
I'd have to do some research, because you can't just record phone calls. Some states require 2-way consent.
Yes. Blink, you know who we're talking to. And if y'all don't know, you need to watch a lot of live streams to catch up.
Yeah. I'm seeing Dre's comment. Y'all are making me have flashbacks of 3-way calls. Dre, you know what? I'm just really grateful that people don't have access to our text messages. I meant to say that earlier, but I forgot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I hated 3-way chats. I hated them.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it's just about
people were coming to me or whatever, and then I'm supposed to introduce them to somebody else.
Yep.
Like they're coming to me from my content or whatever. It didn't make any sense to me. It just always made me really uncomfortable. I mean, I did it. It was the system,
Yep.
But it made me uncomfortable. So if I ever put you guys in a 3-way chat, I apologize. Especially putting it in with Jesse with me.
Oh God. Oh, terrifying.
Gross.
For about 10 years, and not enough living. Right, I had a heartbeat, but I wasn't living. So I'm not about to go backwards now. One thing that I wanted to just touch on really quick. Does anyone else here know what it feels like to be completely transformed? I'm probably betting that there's a few of you on here that know what that feels like.
You don't
I just wanted to offer you one quick word of advice that's really helped me fall in love with becoming an upgraded version of myself. Have you thought of the question lately, who am I? I really believe that that's a super powerful question that I think requires frequent evaluation when you're in the middle of a transformation. I know that I'm personally kind of the anti to almost everything I used to be. And some days that's not easy when you're transforming the way that you think and what you do. The best advice I can provide is answer that question. Who am I? Who are you? What do you believe? The answers to those questions are going to be what carry you through the tough days. So, I mean, for me, who am I? I'm a mama. I'm passionate about
Oh my God.
my own health, which is a new thing for me. And I'm passionate about helping others bust through some of their own concepts. And honestly, that makes me feel pretty freaking unstoppable.
And let me ask you a question really
That's
quickly.
what I have, and I think I'm passing it over to Amy now.
You want me to pause this?
Yes, please. Here's the thing. They said you need to ask yourself who you are, but then she's going to help you bust through who you think you are. So who you think you are isn't good unless it aligns with what you're learning in Optavia. And so you really can't answer that question, because if it doesn't align with Kevin and Becca and Doug and Tia and whoever, all the other uppity people in Optavia, if it's not what they think you are supposed to be, then you got the question wrong, which is frustrating.
Yeah. Imagine an MLMer trying to recruit you, thinking they know more about who you are than you know about yourself.
Yeah.
That's basically what she's saying here. Imagine.
Remember I think Clowntown did the live where they reacted to Courtney Shortney, and Courtney was saying that she knew her friend was answering the question wrong about being a mom or something like that. And I was like, and then the friend was upset when she found
Didn't she say her friend was lying or something?
Yes. I'm like, how would you know? That would be like Erin telling me, like, oh, you're lying about what you're saying right now, when, like, I'm sorry, you're not a mind reader. Like, you don't know, unless we actually have facts and screenshots, which we do have about some situations, like the Columbia trip. But oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Okay.
This is supposed to be a training. I see Maggie's question. Is this an opportunity to call her a training? This is supposed to be a training, but
yeah,
it feels more like an opportunity.
It's an opportunity to join the board collective. Just kidding. It's the I'm sorry for all the
to join a cult.
The Star Trek references will stop immediately.
No, keep them coming. You may just have to explain it because it's been a long time. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Good morning, everyone. So I'm excited because I'm going to talk to you about client support and growing in excellence as a coach to help our clients transform. I think it'd be pretty amazing if every client we had a testimony like April. It might not happen, but we can darn well do our best job to set people up.
I mean, I don't know if you watched Tish's, aka Echo's latest video, but she does say I'm a witch in that.
Oh.
And Karina calls me a bruja.
Oh. Well, you also know what people are going to say before they say it. If you've the predictions that you have on your channel. Listen, if you've never watched Erin's channel, I cannot hype it up enough, but you'll be watching a video and Erin will pause it and she'll say, I'm gonna make a prediction. And 99.99% of the time, it's word for word what they say, and the other 0.01%, it's so close, it's the same messaging. Because Erin was a top leader in Prove It. And, Jessie Lee can shade that all day long because she does it all the time. But, like, Erin knows the psychology of, like, what is going on in this space. I don't think I've ever gone so long without cussing in my life. I'm so
proud of you. Although if you want to swear, you swear. You know, I'm fly, friend.
I'm trying to be on my bestest behavior for Erin's channel, but I don't want to give you the wrong idea about me. I do use the cursey word, so if you I'm 1 minute and 14 1 hour and 14 minutes is my best record so far. So Erin's channel.
If you're watching on my channel, let DeeCee know in the comments that you probably don't mind that she swears.
Oh God.
I'm sure it's fine.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I did it for so long and I used some of these same tactics so I can kind of see what they're leading in. Like, I feel like this gal is going to lean into some version of, your clients, they got to be a product of the product, some version of that, where she's trying to get them to post before and after pictures, or trying to get on a call to check in for the accountability. But really it's about posting pictures in order to get people, to emotionally manipulate people into joining Optavia. So I think that's what's coming with this, just from listening to this little bit. You guys can drop the prediction emojis if you're watching on my channel.
Oh my God.
We'll see what she says. I could be wrong.
Move in that direction. So before I jump into training, Becca, can you share a video? This video, as you watch it, it's going to lay a foundation to what we talk about.
I don't know if there's going to be music on this.
That's okay. We'll cross our fingers and we'll mute it. We'll mute it if there's music.
Okay, am I muting it or are you?
I'll mute it if there's.
Okay, because I just need to know what to do.
Yeah, you play. I'll mute if
all right.
You got it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely,
okay?
It does.
All right.
About today, so be present, slow down, grab a hold of what you're going to hear, and we will jump into it after the video.
I'm scared.
Me too.
Becca, let's go.
No,
Becca?
This got awkward.
Sorry, technology coming your way.
No,
Hold
you
on
just
one
weren't paying
second. Here we
attention,
go, guys.
Becca.
Oh
Get
God.
ready.
And Amy, just give me a thumbs up. You can hear it once it starts playing.
No, we can't. Simple truths.
We can't play the music? Oh my God, 212. Oh, I can't believe they're using this.
Should mute it. Should I mute it or is it okay? At 212 degrees.
I would just mute it.
Yeah, okay, we're muting it.
Okay, wait, I'm going to tell you guys what this is.
Okay.
So there's a book
bigger.
called 212. I think it's a book. Brian Underwood was doing a training on this for his leaders, but essentially the difference between boiling hot water at 212 degrees Fahrenheit and hot water is 1 degree. So 211, it's just hot. 212 is boiling water. And so they're trying to, it's like the whole 1% better every single day, even though Julie Anderson talks about this all the time. She's like, wait a second, if you're trying to be 1% better, what happens on day 101? You're already 100% better. So like, how do you improve? And also, how do you measure any of this?
Right.
But that's essentially what they're trying to do here, in my opinion. Before even watching it, they're trying to say, are you just, hot water, or are you so passionate about your business that you are boiling water? That's what I think is coming.
The problem is, though, when you are boiling, the water evaporates at all of it at some point. So then you are left with nothing left. Scientifically, like, what do we talk about then? I haven't watched a video yet, so I'm probably just a situation where I need to keep watching, but I'm just, okay.
I was watching the Clown Towns live the other day. I think it was a live stream. And instead of saying blind reaction, they said surprise reaction. And I'm going to now use that term because I love it.
That.
So we're surprise reacting to this.
I love that so much. Clown Town, y'all are incredible.
Also, this right here. This is why JL created a 212 group and call. Yeah.
Oh, see, literally the tea. When Dre and Erin get together, y'all don't even know. You don't even know if you haven't watched it yet, okay?
It's been too long. We need to do that again. Oh, I'm playing. Sorry. Yeah. I'm not doing my job. Sorry, friend.
You're good.
Dramatic reading and steam can power a locomotive. 1 extra degree makes all the difference. And the 1 extra degree of effort in business and in life separates the good from the great.
Stop it.
The average margin of victory for the last 25 years in all major tournaments combined was less than 3 strokes. The margin for victory between an Olympic gold medal and no medal at all is extremely small. In the 2004 men's 800-meter race, the margin of victory was 0.71 seconds. At the Indy 500, the average margin for victory for the past 10 years has been 1.54 seconds. On average, the winner took home $1.278 million. The second place winner was $621,000, a difference of $657,000 and some change. It's your life. You are responsible for your results.
Shut up. Oh my God.
It's time to turn up the heat.
Oh my God.
It's still going. To get what we've never had, we must do what we've never done. 212 degrees attitude. The only thing that stands between a person and what they want in life is the will to try it and the faith to believe it possible. 212 kindness. It's one of the most beautiful compensations in life. We can never help another without helping ourselves. 212 belief. Belief fuels enthusiasm, and enthusiasm explodes into passion. It fires our souls and lifts our spirits. Having a simple, clearly defined goal can capture the imagination and inspire passion. It can cut through the fog like a beacon in the night. Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after another. You are now aware.
Oh my God.
You now have a target for everything you do. That was so dramatic, Becca.
Please put in the chat what stood out to you. What was kind of your takeaway? What hit home for you when you think about where you're at in your
I'll tell you what stood out for me. Let me make this bigger. We're going to take it off the screen for a second because holy moly, what stood out to me is the red lettering with the white drop shadow underneath them. The 2000, not 2000, but like the year 2000 level transitions of just flat pictures. Just the text alignment, awful. The text choice, awful. The timing, some of the slides, you didn't even have enough time to read all of it. And also, the wording for everything was just freaking awful. It is a graphic designer's worst nightmare. The only good thing was Erin's dramatic reading, okay? Oh my God.
Okay, I have a request because I get this kind of comment all the time. And I have looked in my Instagram let me back up. When I was in an MLM, I was like, my inbox is so crazy. Girl, no. My inbox now is nuts. I know DeeCee knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was crickets when I was in an MLM. Now it's like, who sent me that message? So my request is if you are somebody that sent me a ton of resources for voice, what is it called?
Editing, voice acting.
Voice acting. Thank you. Voiceovers, voice acting. If you would please just message me on Instagram, be like, hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. That would be cool because I have gone through my inbox and I can't find it, but it is something that I'm interested in doing. So if you could do that, that would be amazing. I would love to read audiobooks. I think it would be really fun.
Yeah, you have a great voice. Seriously. Like,
and I know Brandy is going to want me to do some spicy books. Brandy, I hear you. I see you. I know.
We're ready for it. I mean, maybe it's like a members only like a treat where you get to read books to us, and
maybe we need to do like a book club. I know you're doing a book club,
yes.
But like a dramatic reading, something.
Yes, hell yes, hell yes, hell yes.
That'd be kind of fun.
Do it. Let's do it.
All right, I'll think about it.
Yeah, back up.
Avery Joe, not Erin quoting Taylor Swift as I'm wearing my Taylor Swift Eras Tour merch.
Love it. Oh my God, that's too good. All right, here we go.
Okay,
in your coaching business and growing in excellence towards your client support. For me, what I love about this concept and this idea is the science of it and how applicable it is to what we do as leaders, coaches, and business owners. And just that idea of at 2:11, water's hot. And what I want to say is that we are all hot. We're here, we showed up, we're open to receive, and we're ready to learn. And when hot water increases by 1 degree, it boils.
Okay, but here's the weird thing. Our bodies are not 211 degrees. Our bodies are typically on average 98.6 degrees.
Yeah.
So already, weird example.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get your third or fourth degree burn with 211-degree water or 212-degree water. Like, I don't know what to tell you, lady. Like, I mean, like, what are we doing with this water? It's like I understand the concept, but like in reality, like I don't get it. And maybe I've been in too many MLMs, which I guess 2 for me was too many. It's like I don't wanna like do all these like fluffery type of trainings about, 1 degree better and all this other stuff. It's like, you know what? Let's remember the humanity in ourselves and one another and be united with civility and respect and stand up to bullies and then work out from there. You know what I mean? Like, we can, like,
Mhm.
get better at stuff in our job. Like, even in your job, you can be excellent at whatever you do. If you are in waste management, if you are in a first responder or whatever, and it's like, oh, yes, also in the midst of all of this, we remember the humanity in ourselves and the humanity and also the people that we react to. And I know, Erin, you like, it's the same vibe on yours. That's why we don't do ad freaking hominem attacks on our stuff. We talk about
Exactly.
behavior. So it's just, yeah, and then we just, I don't know. These little like 212 whatever it's called, it's like it's an eye roll of a lifetime for me. Ugh.
Yeah. Thank you so much for this, Renata. I appreciate you. I'm about 30 minutes behind with the live behind the live stream. This is twisty AF,
Yes.
girl.
So twisty. Oh my god.
So bad. Thank you for the super chat. Don't forget to also send super chats if you're able to DC's way, because we're streaming on 2 different channels. So if you're willing and able to, that'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm happy to just be in Erin's glow. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, we're doing it together.
we are doing it together, but like y'all in the live chat, like when you're playing sports and like the cool sporty like super athletic person said like, "Oh yeah, I'll take you on my team," like before you were the last pick. That's what I feel like right now. Like, you know what I mean? In a good way. I'm not like
I know, but
down, but it's like I'm happy in the glow of like
we're
getting
teammates. That's how I see it.
yeah, teammates. We get to wreck Optavia together and we're having a great time. And live chat, you are being incredible. And replay crew, thank you so much. Y'all are amazing too, and we appreciate that so much.
Yes, we do.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm supposed to hit play. Fail.
Boils and boiling water produces steam.
Oh, thanks.
And steam powers a train. And it's really amazing when you think about what that 1 degree can do and the impact it can make and what a train can do. And that's what we're doing as coaches. We're growing in ourselves so that we can become the power in our business. I love that graphic that talked about the margin between the Olympic gold medal and no medal, how small it is. And even that NASCAR visual of first place versus second place. Going from good to great, it's not all or nothing, right? It's not, oh my gosh, I have to, I'm doing business this way and now I have to go here. No, it's elevating that 1 degree. And I know for me, that kind of takes the pressure off, right? Because I'm like, you know what,
I just have a question. How exactly do you measure that? What analytic do we look at to make sure that your business is 1 degree hotter than it was yesterday?
I think it's actually the commission report that your upline is printing out at the end of the month, and I think that is what you're using to measure your 1 degree of greatness, which seems to be a chunk of money more, making sure that you buy the volume so that your leaders continue to be able to live their luxurious lifestyles, flying on their private planes and demeaning people everywhere, in my opinion.
I mean, mic drop on that one.
Ooh.
Also, let's not forget they always talk about helping people. So is it really about the money, or you know what I mean? Like, which is it?
I mean, I think it's both. I mean, yeah, it is hypocritical of them to say like, "Oh yeah, we're helping people, but we're also looking for people in tight pants because we need to grow our business, and people who are quote unquote fat need to lose weight." Like, step away firstly and stop targeting people. Secondly, seriously, like, it's 2023.
Yeah.
There's not really a space for this type of business to be able to run without someone standing up and saying like, "Please stop targeting people." thank the Lord that Erin and Julie Joe and Savannah and big accounts and like that the word is getting out and people like the live chat are understanding what's going on in Optavia and they get to have one-on-one conversations with people and say like, look, this is an MLM and there's so many eating disorders that come out of this. Like, double check before you join or talk to your freaking doctor first. Like, and that's sometimes even more powerful than us like reporting hundreds of videos to the FTC is the difference that the live chat or people watching this can make in having a conversation with like that one person. And that's how you can take down companies like Optavia because you affect their bottom line, which is the almighty dollar, you know?
Yep, I agree. Maybe that's the 1 degree difference.
Ooh, yeah, that's our 1 degree difference. We're gonna have one-on-one conversations with so many people. We're gonna affect your bottom line in 2023. Let's go.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if somebody in Optavia was doing like one of their health questionnaire things? I can't think of what they're called. And they were like, hey, I have a friend that's interested. Can they get on? And like DeeCee hops on and she's like, hi. And they're like, oh, because I know that these people know who DeeCee is as much as she's covered Optavia. I know they know who she is. Can you imagine if she popped on and she was like, hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Yes.
That would be so good.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I'm ready. I'm also scared for the time when like I don't have the correct like Zoom set up. And normally I have a Zoom that when I sneak in, like the name is not me, of course, and I have a video playing if they make me turn my face on. But I'm just like, what if there's a technical difficulty moment? Because we all know that I have those, and it's me. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go. Like, kick me out, but like, we're going to have a conversation. And I'm scared, but I'm also secretly like, feel the strength of my backbone just like getting better. And I'm just like, yeah, let's go. I can do it. Like,
yeah, you can.
oh.
Yeah, you can.
Oh my God. Here we go.
I'm going to do my job now on Presley.
I can improve 1% today. I can go up 1 degree today. Many people, they don't tackle their personal goals and their growth because they believe they have this idea that it's too hard and there's too much that needs to be done to achieve it.
Oh my God.
But what if as leaders, we worked in this margin of the 1 degree and we focused our energy and our efforts in this place? And what if we taught our clients the same thing and empowered them with this? When I think about that, it almost feels like, man, imagine the possibilities for myself as a leader and the potential I could awaken within myself. Imagine what the good I could do with my clients. Because if I focus on, I'm going to work in this margin of 1 degree, I feel empowered to help a client have a testimony like what April just shared. And so when I reflect back on the last 6 years of being a coach and the seasons in my life where I was in boiling as a coach, a couple things that I noticed about myself, that I was filled with a lot of belief, a lot of confidence. My health was definitely at its best. I was very bold in sharing. I was unapologetic. People's opinions, they just kind of like went right off my back. I was very focused on my why and on the mission of what I wanted to accomplish. Coaching was fun. Can you put in the chat if coaching feels fun for you?
It's not
because
fun.
my coach Megan,
right now.
I love her. And sometimes she'll say, Amy, sometimes you're not growing because coaching isn't fun. And I'm like, but there's so much to do. It's like, no, I'm putting all this pressure on myself.
Exactly. There's so much to do. Shout out to Allison, because when we have questions, we're able to go to somebody that was a part of the company.
Yep.
And one of the things that she has told us is the amount of work that it takes to actually get a client, the amount of times you have to get on the phone with them or, those kinds of things, and the personal questions that you're asking them and all of that stuff. It is so much work to try and get one customer. So remember at the beginning of this where they were talking about in order to hit that certain rank, they typically have 17 to 20 customers, or they call them clients, they're customers. The amount of work that it takes, and in that work, in all of that time that they're spending trying to get this customer, they're not getting paid for any of that. So then they are probably on their own auto ship. So it's costing them money. It's literally like the clock is ticking because they're spending all this money and then they're on this hamster wheel of just trying to get these customers. It's requiring tons of time and they're not getting paid for any of it.
Yeah.
And then they're shamed and guilted when they start to question, well, why am I doing this? Oh, well, you're not working hard enough. You're not contending in your business, or whatever crazy thing. Shout out to Kevin for that one. It's just, it's wild that they don't talk about that.
Yeah, and from a marketing perspective, there's a cost that the company takes for finding new customers. The twisty thing about multi-level marketing is that cost is put on the independent contractor, so the company doesn't have to pay any of that out. So normally you figure out the cost of finding a customer and retaining that customer. Optavia doesn't have to do one single bit of that because the independent contractors, who, yes, are the victims and the perpetrators, are also bearing the burden of finding new customers. And so Optavia gets to live a happy, fluffy, like fun lifestyle because people like them, people like these independent contractors, are the one that are spending the monthly money for all the food. And even Doug and Tia Wood said that we pay the company that pays us. So they buy fuelings even though they don't need them, and they don't eat them. They said that in the conference because they're already fit, or whatever they call it. I don't know. It's just twisty. It's twisty.
I think it's fraudulent. That's just my opinion. Also, Selena does not approve.
We love it. Y'all, I live for Erin's shirts on her. I know I'm like coming across like a little bit stalkery, like a little creepy, but like her branding's so good. Like her hair, and then it's like the super like amazing graphic t-shirts. I'm like, it's
Thank
a
you,
win.
friend.
It's a
I
win.
almost wore my my white zombie shirt today because I
Love
like the purple in it.
Yes.
But I was like, I feel like I wear that one a lot. I do need to get some new t-shirts. If you guys that are watching, if you have like a graphic tee business or whatever, hit me up. Because
Yeah,
I do want to get some more t-shirts and stuff. Yeah, but thank you, DeeCee. Also, I don't think people realize how much you and I talk.
Oh yeah, we're Instagram buddies for sure. And also, yeah, no, we Erin, like literally, like here's the cool part. Not to, I sound a little bit like clingy, but I'm not in real life.
Really?
Like, yeah, I live for Erin.
Brandy's gonna fight you.
Listen, Brandy, let's like take a step back. I will not steal Erin, okay? I am mostly like, I was like trying to figure out life. And then once you get over the bump of hearing for the first time that you're in a cult from like, you hear it like Chelsea Suarez or something. And when I was first starting, I found Chelsea first and then found Erin and other people. And it's like, okay, once you get over the shock of realizing that maybe you are in a high control group, and then it's like, oh, okay. And so I get in Erin's Discord and we're like chatting away. And then it's like, okay, I get on her podcast, and then it's like, okay, here's some technical like stuff. And so we end up I'll grab stuff and then send it to people, and Erin will grab stuff and send it to like small channels like me, which is like Shocker City. You know what I mean? Like you think like, oh, Erin has 10,000 followers. She's not going to give it. I'm going to say it. She's not going to give a shit about small accounts, but she has. Like even when she was growing, she's like, hey, do you want this video? And she does it with other people as well. And it's like a good example because it's like, okay, here's a Zoom call. Does anybody want it? Here's the login and stuff like that. So like, I appreciate. Yes. Welcome to the club, DeeCee. I am also Erin's fan. Yeah,
I appreciate you guys.
Drop a 1 in the chat if you are a fan of Erin. Okay, do it right now.
I appreciate how we all work together. Let me be clear. Not all of us, but there's a group that has developed relationships over time, and everybody kind of has their specialty. Like there's been times that I've reached out to Karina and I'm like, hey, what do I need to do for this plant? She's like, girl, let me tell you. And she tells me. And then like DeeCee is our techie person. And like everybody kind of has their thing. And I think that that's really, really cool. And we support each other, but we also want our channels to grow. And I feel like it's a healthy relationships. You know?
Yep. And it's never been like, there were times when I was like nervous because I wasn't sure if I should react to something. And Erin's always been like, hell yes, the more people who know, the more people who react, do it. And so it's never like, oh my gosh, you can't have this video. I'm going to be the only one reacting to it. It's never been like that. So like if you're wondering what kind of person, Julie Joe and Erin, the bigger creators, are behind the scenes, they're just like, be free, go react, like build your corner on the internet. We're trying to take down multi-level marketing. The more people, the better. And so it's been a whole fun moment. I'll say that.
Yeah, and if you're a creator on here, please don't ever feel like just because somebody covered a video already that we don't want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear what y'all have to say. I mean, I can't watch every video. I do try to stay connected and to support everybody as much as I can. But one person, 24 hours a day, and we have lives. But I think that it's see, exactly. It doesn't matter if the four of you react to the same video. It's important because my perspective might be a little bit different than DeeCee's or whoever's. And I think that it's important for people to hear from multiple people. So if you're an up and coming creator or a current creator or whatever, and you see other people, whether it's a bigger channel than yours or not, it doesn't matter. And you want to cover something, cover it. And if it's a video I've done, or DeeCee, I can speak for DeeCee on this. I can speak for Julie Joe on this as well. And many other creators, if it's something that you don't have the video, but you would like it, I don't have a problem sharing. I know DeeCee doesn't either. So I think it's important because it would be egotistical of me to think, well, everybody's going to watch it on my channel. Not everybody watches me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just appreciate that because, you think like the world, or like here in the United States, you kind of have this idea about how, people work together, or like when a group of people who identify as women, whatever, work together, like it becomes catty. And it's like, I don't know. It's not like that here. It's like, oh, do you need help downloading a video? I'll help you. And here it's the Google Drive. And like when the Columbia situation went down, the Google Drive, we made a Google Drive for journalists if they wanted it, and we can send that.
People don't know this. People don't know this story. And I don't think.
And we made it available to everybody who wanted to react to it. And then it's like, if ever anybody has something to say, and we downloaded everything because shit got deleted. And so we have it, and then we made it available to whoever asked for it. So it's not like, oh my gosh, we're the only ones covering the Columbia stuff. Like, that's not okay what happened. I'm sorry we keep talking about Jessie Lee, but like it's just sometimes
I feel like that's the point where all of us started to really like work together, like the I don't want to say small group, but I'm gonna say small group of creators. It was like, you grab this, you grab this, you grab this, here's the drive, put it here. And it was just like, I don't know, that was really cool to be able to work as a team in that way. It was cool.
Yep. And I will send the Columbia folder to Jane Marie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Jane Marie at the Dream Podcast.
Yep.
Incredible. If you've not listened to the Dream Podcast, you have 2 seasons to catch up to. Season 3 drops September 24th, I think. So, and shameless plug. Guess who's going to be on the Dream Podcast this season? I'm excited.
Listen, I know we keep talking about this, but Erin just did this either yesterday or the day before. When you have to go look at the look on Jessie Lee Ward's face when she realizes that the Dream Podcast is not a pro multi-level marketing podcast, and then that Jane Marie had spoken to Erin. I'm not going to give anything else away, but I don't say pleasurable. I just say it doesn't make sense that the #1 network marketer in the world, who has all this money and all this business acumen and all this other stuff, you cannot do the research about what podcast you're going to be on. And then for Jane Marie to have as much respect in the face of Jessie Lee being an absolute, fluffery of a person to Jane Marie on the podcast. Yeah. You saw the energy change, and Jane Marie was just nothing but a classy podcaster who has an incredible way to interview people. Watch Erin first, and then go sub to the Dream Podcast. Seriously.
Yeah, and watch JJ's video too, and please, other creators, cover that because I want to hear your perspectives. So DeeCee, I'll be waiting for that.
Okay. All right.
That's my personal request.
Okay, we'll do. We'll see.
All right, let's get back to this video. I
Let's
know we
go.
went off on a tangent, but I love it. I think it's important to talk about that stuff.
So at that boiling place, coaching was fun. Wins were happening. I was living in that momentum of a train. And our business reached places I literally never thought was possible. And then in 6 years, I mean, picture yourself 6 years, you're going to go through a lot of life, right? A lot of different seasons. We've gone through personal things that were just really hard. And what I found in myself in retrospect was that it took a lot out of me as a person. And it almost felt like it was like everything in me was fighting to just get hot, if that makes sense. And what I found was that it was really hard for me to keep life from consuming me. And when I was in that place where my mindset was not in a healthy place, then what I found was then that seeped into my business. And I was then filled with a place of doubt and fear. I wasn't as connected to my clients and the community like I could be. Gained some weight, right? Like, it's like, so the story goes. And it then became, it was almost like the train then like.
Am I pausing this again? Yes, I have something to say. It drives me nuts when these MLM companies, DeeCee already knows what's coming. I could tell by her laugh. It drives me absolutely bananas. Like, I will riot when these MLM companies, especially like the health and wellness ones where they're talking about weight, and then somebody gets out of the MLM and they're like, oh, look at this person gaining all of this weight. Bleh. And it's like, you know what? Probably because they started to actually eat food and they're repairing their, in my opinion, metabolism. They're repairing their relationship with food. And of course, you may have to do like a reverse diet to get out of that. And the whole point of that is to gain weight so that your body learns to process food properly.
Yeah.
And for them to say, well, we're going to help you lose some weight and we're going to be really restrictive, this company in particular. And then when people get out, to shame them for gaining weight and to make it sound like, you know, they're out of integrity and like all these weird culty things. Disgusting. Optavia, y'all are disgusting.
Mm.
And if I could only show you some of the messages that I get from people that got out of Optavia that have been shamed because they gained weight, or people that are in Optavia that have gained weight and they're pressured to get back onto fat loss, which is the 5-in-1. Child.
And also, go look at Doug Wood's Facebook. It's public. You can scroll down to when the medical team that is helping his dad, or it's either his dad or his mom, Doug took a picture of the nurses who were helping one of his parents and shaming them for being whatever big. Doug Wood did that. So if you want to know the mindset of this team about what they think about people who are bigger, it's not better said than looking at that post and doing what Doug did and how he views other people. It's not something that I would want to be associated with ever. Even like, especially knowing the science behind like the things that can come out of doing Optavia, but knowing the type of people that the type of person that Doug is, it's a no for me. It's a no.
I have other words that I could say, but I'm not going to. I'll save that for the group chat. Just kidding.
Like, got off the tracks and went in the wrong direction. And it is so easy to slip into this place if you're not conscious and if you're not aware. Life happens, we get distracted, we can pop from boiling to hot, and then we can feel like, man, I'm not even hot, I'm like cold. And then we start to get the mind games and we feel disqualified. And then you know what happens when that takes place? Coaching starts to feel really hard. And so I want to be open and transparent because some of you are new in your journey and you're going to go through seasons of life. Some of you have been coaching for a while like me, right? And we've walked through seasons of life. And no matter where you're at in your business, I'm so glad you're here because everything you've gone through has perfectly positioned you to be that person that the people around you need. And if you are feeling like, man, I don't even know if I'm hot, well, hang with us because we're going to fill your cup up today and we're going to get you back to boiling. Because when you are boiling, coaching is fun. And when coaching is fun, let me tell you, it's such a powerful joy.
What?
So let me
She just
share my
said,
screen.
she literally just
We're going to rock and roll, you guys.
She literally just said, coaching's incredible, but then you're gonna feel cold, but then you're gonna feel lukewarm, then you're gonna feel cold, and then you're not always gonna feel hot, but coaching's incredible. So just make sure you know that coaching's incredible and don't feel how it feels because it's overall incredible, and we just have to make sure that you're boiling hot. You're being so clear, and why didn't you freaking press present before you decided to share your screen?
I knew that was coming.
Oh my god.
I knew that was coming. Also, why are we filling a cup with boiling water? We're talking about an MLM, ma'am. Are you okay?
Yeah, and is it a plastic cup or is it like a ceramic cup? Like, are we melting the cup? Like, I
We
don't.
have questions.
We've got lots of questions. Oh my god, here we go. Let's look at this. Leading ourselves to 212 mindset. Oh wow, a white PowerPoint with a gray top. Did you really do this? Who made this PowerPoint? Oh my god.
And my favorite part, untitled presentation.
Oh my god, stop it. This cannot be happening.
Let's get after it. I love this for us.
It is a red
show.
solo.
Red Solo cup.
Oh,
And there we go. So
oh god.
let's talk about some practical things about leading ourselves to 1 degree higher. These are things that I have learned through fumbling through and making some mistakes as I kind of shared openly. Let me move this. Okay, perfect. So mindset is everything.
Why did we need the
And
first
this
one?
is true for clients as well. I find that your mindset, it's either going to put you in the game or it's going to take you out before you even try. Your mindset, yes.
Is mindset your first slide?
Thank you.
Okay,
Appreciate
no problem.
that.
Oh my
Thank you.
god.
Yep.
So mindset is let's just revert. Let's just go back a minute. Okay, you're just gonna get real with me. Mindset, here we go. It is
What?
everything. Your mindset, I believe, is that catalyst to create the boiling. It's like on the stove, when you turn that heat on, that is the power right there. It's the engine behind becoming the train in your business. And it's so easy to go below the line in our thinking. Like I mentioned earlier, I think as humans, we have this all or nothing mindset. We focus on where the glass is half empty, not half full, the shortcomings, what we're not. We put expectations on ourselves. We compare, right? There's so many ways that in this short space, this few inches can control us in so many directions. And this, in my mind, that's 211 thinking.
Do you need me to pause this?
Yeah, does she not understand how the brain works? Like, I'm confused about that. And also, Baby Snark is not here for this. Can I just ask, why in the world are we talking about mindset when they're just going to tell us how we're supposed to think in the first place? And I cannot understand why this slide presentation is so boring if they're talking about bumping us up and making us hotter and going 1 degree better and on a white flat PowerPoint presentation. Like, where's the fire? Where's the steam? I don't know. This is
There's some boiling water. It's not on these slides. We're missing that. We're missing the excitement. We're missing the part where you talk about it being fun to coach. This is not embodying that for me.
Yeah. You're saying that a white PowerPoint slide isn't making you feel any kind of way, Erin. You're not excited about this. Maybe
it's a snore fest.
Your hater mindset might be blocking you from really like
100%.
feeling the power of this presentation.
I probably should schedule a mentorship call or something that she talks about on her next slide.
Oh god, yeah. Baby Snark is all of us. Baby Snark is not here for it. Yes. Oh god.
Mm-mm.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm hitting play. Sorry.
You're
And so
the
what I want to help you with is instead
No
of
fun
focusing on
job.
the gaps, the failures, the things you're not doing, the ways you're not growing, we can learn to think differently. I think retraining your mind, it's a willingness to kind of confront the things that are kind of ugly in our thinking and retrain our brain and embrace new disciplines in the way that we think. Because you can work in the place of the games. There's a really good book, Gap in the Games. It's excellent. And it teaches you how to move from focusing on those gaps and living in the games. And really what that does is it helps you to activate your mindset and live in that place of empowerment. So here are some things that have helped me to elevate.
This is giving the look on Jessie Lee's face when she realized it was an anti-MLM podcast.
Yeah. 100%. I know we keep talking about Jessie Lee because like it's so like fresh, but can I just ask you this? Can you imagine?
Ask me?
I'm gonna ask you this.
Okay.
Can you imagine the verbal like beat down that Carissa got for not doing enough research on the podcast? I feel bad for Carissa because you can tell. I don't know. I've never met Jessie Lee, but the way that she's yelled at people on a Zoom call, I could imagine that her looking bad because she even changed the title of the Facebook live on yeah, she said she changed it to aggro or something like that. Like, and she was mocking that she got aggressive or whatever. I mean, she did get aggressive, but like, I don't know. But yes, same thing.
Do I feel bad for Carissa? No. Because by this point, however long she's been her assistant, she has seen some of the stuff that I have seen.
Yeah.
So the stuff that let me be specific. What we saw in that second half of the live is what I have seen. I talked about this on my video, but I've seen flares of that over the years, usually in a private chat or when there's not a lot of people around, in a kind of more of a private setting. This is the first time that I've seen a video, and we've seen some pretty, like, in my opinion, unhinged stuff from her, but it's usually woven in with trying to sell something, whether it's ketones or her coaching. Yeah. This was like full on. The only way I'm not in a place to diagnose anybody, but like the only way I can describe this is the mask was fully off.
Yeah. Yep. And she had nothing else to prop her mask back up because she's not counting ketones. She's not having a conversation with someone else. She's having a conversation with someone that she wasn't prepared for to be the enemy. I know I keep distracting us from Optavia, but I'm like,
she didn't prepare for it.
Yeah. She didn't prepare for it. Yeah, she didn't. So it's her own. Go watch Erin's video and give the Dream Podcast all the subbies for this because seriously, it's wild.
It's a great podcast. I know podcasts aren't everybody's thing, but if you can put some headphones on or something like that, and then do some of the house stuff, or just the everyday kind of stuff. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. Yep. And I think in the first season, she dove into MLMs. The second season, I think, was all about like wellness kind of things, which is very, very, it was very fascinating to listen to it. And then season 3, I don't remember who, but I saw somebody ask what's the focus of season 3, and it's coaches. So
buckle up. It's going to be good. It's
going to be real good. So, okay.
Elevate my mindset to 1 degree because again, we're not like overhauling everything. We're focusing on the 1 degree. So as I go through these ideas, what I want you to do is I want you to really think about what do you need right now and what are you going to apply after this? Just write one thing down, 1 degree, you guys. Okay. The first thing is connection.
Oh my
connection
God.
To your story. Your story is so powerful. Connection to this community. This community is everything. For me, it's like my lifeline, and I think about a tree and a branch.
Oh my God.
My branch, if it's not connected to this community, like eventually you lose your life, right? Like it's like you wither and die. And that's why like connect. I'm like daily, I'm grafting myself into that tree. Connect to your
These
why and your
examples.
future vision. Connect to your heart and your mission. For me, when I allowed myself to go from hobby to business and to
Yeah, she
business
was
to
pissed.
mission and mission to impact and impact to purpose, there was something that awakened inside of me where when people canceled or I got resistance, I said, okay, I love you and I'm on a mission. Connect to your potential. Isn't that a beautiful?
When she just said resistance, for those of you that were in Prove It, I just remember the phrase that we would repeat when we were breaking the arrow with our neck. I actually just threw that away, I think at the end of last year.
Oh.
They do these exercises. I've walked on hot coals twice. Once at a Tony Robbins event and then once at a Prove It event. So that was interesting. But the phrase that they say before or used to say, I don't know if they still do this. You put the sharp point on of the arrow on like the soft spot of your neck, and then you walk forward, and the momentum walking forward is what breaks it.
Oh.
And then you write like you're like a goal, but like something you're scared of. Like I'm scared to, whatever that thing is. And they say my resistance is my power, and then you say go 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 and you walk forward, and it's like it's supposed to be this really powerful thing. Now I see how manipulative it is. And you're putting people in a situation like you don't have to be in scary situations in order to grow.
Yeah.
And that's one of those situations. But when she said resistance, I was like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
A beautiful thing. We look at our kids and we see this potential inside of them. We see what could be, but we don't do that for ourselves. If anything, we think, well, in my 30s, my 40s, my 50s, I've arrived. Well, permission to stop that thinking, because you've not arrived. You are unfolding. And that's a beautiful thing when we think about that, when we connect to what's possible. The other mindset is belief. This for me is probably the area that I've grown in the most, because when I started coaching, I felt very small. I felt very insignificant. And that came from my past.
What happened?
She's going to go all the way down the list. I didn't realize, she's talking about connection. Then she's going to talk about belief. She didn't even make new slides for this. We're literally going down a grocery list, essentially the same thing. I could have written this on a piece of paper myself. I mean,
this could have been an email.
Literally, it could have been a text message, Erin. What is happening?
You could have put this in the group chat and we could have all moved on with our lives.
Oh my God. Yes. True. I think I accidentally. Oh my God. Okay. She's unmuted now.
Oh God.
It had nothing to do with my capability as a coach. It was an old tape that I played in myself, that when I stepped out of my comfort and into growth and into leadership and helping others, it just got magnified. And that's where the beauty of staying the course comes in, because this business can allow you to not just help others, but to grow in yourself personally. And so believing you can is huge. Something they said in that video is that the only thing that stands between a person and what they want in life is the will to try it and the faith to believe it is possible. And just believing it's possible. Like, you know what? If I can get healthy, I can help someone else get healthy. And why couldn't I, accomplish my dream, right? It's like building up that belief, viewing it almost as a muscle. Like, today I'm going to do some reps of belief in my brain.
Please don't talk about muscle. You know nothing about muscle. Please don't do that.
Oh my God. And she also said, I can help people and also build her.
Healthy.
To help herself, meaning she's padding her bank account by having people buy into an extremely expensive, low calorie weight loss system that not only, and did you know, addressing or controlling food intake is part of high control groups, and it gets even twistier. And so it's like, yeah, I can help people and I can make a crap ton of money doing it. Okay. Clearly stated. We know your motivations now. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we should fast forward through her because I feel like she's putting everybody to sleep.
Yes. Let's see if there's any good slides that she's made us, because I think not.
Okay. You want to do it or you want me to?
I think I don't have control over it. I can just
because I uploaded it. That makes sense. Okay. Dear Lord. Gen X. It is what it is. Okay, let's see. Here's the next slide.
Oh my God. Training, boot camp, structured client support, consistency, working in mentorship, fat burn plus next level health, and
That's
micro
ultra health. That's fat burn is the
Oh.
5-in-1, and next level health I think is ultra health, which is basically like 19% body fat or something.
What does microdose adversity getting out of the comfort zone? Does that mean that we're gonna get yelled at by Doug and Tia Wood? Because that's what that sounds like. I don't know.
Microdose adversity. I think that's small amounts of discomfort trying to grow.
Okay. So basically, you're gonna feel uncomfortable spending all this money, and even if you don't see success, still keep doing it, and also show up to the Zoom calls and get yelled at. I'm the snark notes of this slide. Let's,
Or oh, you had a potential client that didn't show up for your appointment for them to do the questionnaire. Okay, that's uncomfortable, but like you're gonna grow from it. Or oh, you had somebody tell you no, it's okay, that's uncomfortable, but you'll grow from it. You're getting that much closer to a yes. Like that kind of, that's what I think that means.
Okay.
But
Cool.
microdose, it's a very odd
wording.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right, let's play and see what this feels like. We can always fast forward it.
I am so glad that I've committed to saying yes to these opportunities, because sometimes when your water is cold, but you jump into these events in this community, it's like throwing yourself in the boiling water, and you will become boiling just by being there. And
burns. Hooray.
And that's the beauty of what we do. It's an infusion of life. It's activating. Regularly connecting with your clients. Let me tell you, if I'm having an off day and I go and I check in with April, I'm not her coach, but I'm just using it as an example. I am going to walk away feeling so fired up. And that's why we have a structure for our client support, because we want to show up, we want to be there. The other thing is just, like I said, consistency, doing the work. Mentorship calls are huge. Tip calls, coach strategy calls. When I'm feeling down and I talk to my coach Megan, I can be honest and say, hey, look, I need some help to get to boiling today. And then that gives her permission to speak life into me. Growing your story. I heard something recently that said, stop relying on your old story. And that really resonated with me, because 6 years later, I still talk about the transformation I had 6 years ago. And although it is amazing, like I'm going to take ownership of where I'm at right now in my health. And so what does growing your story look like? What does that action look like with your health journey, with your personal growth journey, that you can elevate and get to boiling? It might be getting a shepherd. It might be going back through the life book as a client.
It might be getting down to a certain number on the scale.
Yep. And
Gina Eccles.
Yes, indeed. And we heard that on the that 2023 event that we reacted to. The people above Doug and Tia Wood, they were talking about, oh yeah, I saw you, and yeah, you did have a good transformation, but you knew you needed to lose some weight, and I was bold enough to talk to you and tell you that you needed to lose enough, to lose more weight. And it's like, excuse me, what is happening?
Well, and Doug and Tia Wood have also had plastic surgery.
Yep.
So that's interesting.
That they haven't really disclosed in a clear way when they talk about their transformations.
Right. That's definitely not. That's definitely left out.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe
it might be.
Yeah. Maybe what?
Nothing. I was just talking out loud. There we go.
Jumping into some leadership books and really studying some of these habits of unhealthy thinking that you've been circling the drain in. I'm a very big proponent in microdosing adversity.
What does microdosing?
Throwing yourself intentionally into things that get you out of your comfort zone. And so it's action that comes from the one more, the what can I do? How can I step out today and take courage? This is the place that we can level up to our potential. And then as we do this, it becomes so much more natural to lead our clients to boiling. What I have found is that clients at 211 we talked about this a little bit last week, but they work, they're kind of like the 5 and 1-ish, right? They're very food focused. It's almost
At 211, 211 is 5 and 1. Is that what she's saying?
Yeah. Yep.
So what's 212? Ultra health?
Ultra health. Yep.
This is so weird.
It's,
Why do you need all these weird examples?
I don't know. I don't know who let her make the presentation. No shade to you, ma'am. I'm just, I maybe a little bit of shade. No, like, offense. It's just not. It's not impactful. It's like, okay, we can all look at a blank piece of paper. You could have sent this as an email. Like, it's not interesting to look at. It would have been better if you had left yourself bigger on screen and made a connection with us, like with you just talking, if you could have. But I don't think you can. And I'm scared now that we're midway through and it's like clients at 211 versus clients at 212. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Also, Marissa says you don't need slides for this. Agreed. I mean, there's nothing interesting happening here. The most interesting part is, I think, like her background, because there's actually color and there's pictures.
Yep.
I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yep.
almost like driving up a mountain with one tire.
Oh
Very
my
hard, right? It's quite painful. And I know for me, when I've ished my way into doing the 5 and 1, it's almost like in your mind, you think you're doing everything, but you're not getting the results. And then you become a slave to the process. You get stuck. And we start to attach these things to like, well, this isn't working, or I'm never going to get healthy. It gets very mentally defeating. And then they might start talking poorly about the plan. And then really the sad thing is they're not tapping into what could
Don't tell her that, Jessica.
The clients at that boiling place. Exactly. And they are following the plan. They're working through challenges. They're in the books. They're reflecting. They're embracing the process, the journey. They're seeing results. They're feeling great. Those are clients, man. They are so fun to work with. There's energy and excitement. They only
need me to pause.
Yeah, I here's the thing. As someone, let me tell you a little bit of my story. Before I got into Mary Kay, before I did Young Living, and before Optavia was a multi-level marketing company, guess who did MetaFast and the 5 in 1? Me.
Oh,
wrecked their metabolism. Me. And then so people who are not medical professionals or trained or licensed should not be messing about with people's bodies. Talk to a registered dietitian. Talk to a licensed nutritional counselor. I mean, I'm even more of a fan of registered dietitians because they understand the combination of your prescriptions along with some of your medical issues you're going through. And so it's a more of a look inside, and also going to a therapist and healing your relationship with your food, or working with, like Erin's doing. She's done so much to heal her relationship with her food. And we're listening to these people in Optavia who are hiring, as kindly as I can say it, an unsophisticated volunteer sales force, and to mess about with the way that you think about food and what you're putting in your food. And if you've seen Hannah Alonso's video where she's making her mashed potatoes in the microwave from her powder, she adds the water in, and you're thinking like, oh my gosh, you can take a step back and say like, you would be, in my opinion, better off. Save your money, save it up, go to a registered dietitian and start to work with them, because you can get so twisty so fast. Limited calories, high workload, stress about making sure that you're looking at everybody like, okay, who's fat and who's not? Okay, I say this as someone who is 220 pounds. I'm trying to be honest with you of like, I would be the targeted person in this situation where they're like, oh yeah, you need this opportunity. Oh, well, do you know about my extra medical conditions and that I actually cannot eat a lot of food right now that's normal? Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, but our stuff is great for everybody. They're not even taking it into account that people are so different. And then you're putting this food plan in the hands of people who aren't trained. That's what's scary to me. And so, end rant.
Mic drop.
Oh,
mic drop. Also, I will tell you, in the gym, Nobody cares what other people are doing. I just feel like I needed to say that. Nobody cares. They're in there getting through their workout. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Yep.
Thanks, Brandy.
They almost
Brandy's
become
like
like this
cheerleader here.
ambassador, you know? It's like you can't help but to share when something
We
is
want to fast
changing your
forward.
life.
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like I'm done with her. Like I just feel like I'm like
Oh,
we're
we
gonna.
got one. Oh, we've got colors now. Hold on. Let's see this. What's this?
Oh my god,
Who did this?
that's a random Google document.
This
Listen,
one?
at this point, I'll take an S curve just for a little excitement.
Oh my god.
These
Can I
are just Google like pictures on Google.
I know, and they could have. You're like, okay, you're gonna use whatever template you've got. You've got this gray one with the 2 colors, and then your title. I can appreciate that. Why did we put 2 of these success things on the same slide,
Oh my
and
god.
none of them are lined up? Okay, fine. Choose one or the other. You should have chosen the one with the color in it because it would have been more impactful, and you should have made it as big as it would have gone on the entire
Agreed.
slide. God.
I feel like I need to change my color to green.
Yes.
That looks cool.
Yeah. We're complimentary. Like it's like a whole vibe. I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
I was like, I like the purple, but the green.
Yeah.
You know?
Look,
Anyways,
it's a whole moment. We're like,
it is a moment. We are twinning. Well,
we got
complimentary, not twinning.
yeah, I've got a green right here though, so we're like,
Yeah, that's why I was like, I feel like I should change
Oh,
this
yeah.
to green.
let's do it.
Oh, okay, let's keep fast forwarding here.
Oh god,
because
another boring slide.
I just am done with her, and I know you guys all are too.
Yeah, skippity skip.
Oh my god, I'm not. I can't. DeeCee, I cannot. I cannot.
You failed this.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, there's a
Now we
train.
have a train.
Oh
All
my
right,
god.
Let's see what she's about.
Was
Wait,
there
no,
another lady about
this is the end of this same gal. Okay,
To myself 1 degree more.
you can do it.
How can I teach my clients to do the same, so that you can become the power behind your business?
Oh my
Michelle, do you want to pick it up from here?
Oh,
Please.
please.
Pick up the energy.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy.
Save it.
Oh my gosh. I have so many notes already from that. Isn't it amazing that we get this free mentorship?
No,
Notes on what? No, what did you write down?
listen, can I say as the person who would say like, no, that wasn't incredible? Every single time they're like, okay, I would tell Erin like, hey, you know what? In private, like, presentation sucked. Okay, I would say it. Erin is so bored she played with lights.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that was really
No,
funny.
I mean, essentially, yes. You bored us out of our minds. Like everyone's like, oh, wasn't that such an incredible presentation? And like, isn't it
No.
such an honor to be in the presence of all these people? No, this could have been a text message, and the text message would have been offensive because it was so boring. Like, literally, what is happening?
Reported as spam. Next message. What notes though? Like for real? Like what?
What are we gonna?
What are we?
I don't know. Would we have taken notes on? We could have just screenshot what she wrote, like what she typed out on the PowerPoint slide.
Also that.
God.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
Here she
Let's see what
goes.
she's about with all these
Jeez.
notes.
Like constantly during the week. I just am from corporate America so amazed that this is just optional free mentorship for everyone. So thank you, Amy, so much. And let's continue with that. My name is Michelle Almog. If we haven't met before, I've been coaching for about 4.5 years. And one of the things that I struggled with when I first started coaching is sometimes I felt that when I was talking with my clients each week, doing those check-in calls, I was excited to talk with them. And then we were talking a lot about negative things, about what they didn't do and how they had failed during the week. So in the chat, I have a question for you. When you talk with your clients on a weekly check-in call, put a 1 in the chat. If you ask them like one of those good questions and it goes to everything they're doing wrong, they say, oh, well, I didn't read and I didn't do this and I didn't, do my food journal and I didn't. Does that happen to anyone else? Right.
You know what's weird about this is they, in my opinion, push people into becoming coaches instead of customers because of accountability. And accountability, you're going to have, the good, bad, everything in between. That's part of the coaching.
Sure.
There's things that are great. And so it's almost like, oh, listen, let's not listen to the negativity here. Well, if people are hungry and you're trying to coach them to not eat or have an extra fueling, have an extra 100 calories.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. And yeah, in these MLMs too, they think that negative thinking is contagious, or that your negative thinking is going to make you like sick or messed up as a person, or it's going to start to corrupt you and like your shininess. And it's like, thoughts are thoughts. And
Yeah.
when you're able to step back and realize that what you think is not going to mess you up as a person, like, because it's twisty when you get out of an MLM that they're like, oh, you can't be around negative people because you're not going to grow. You can't be around negative people because you're not going to make money. Their negative energy, their negative frequency is going to get in the way of you being able to do what you want to and manifest and do all this other shit. And it's like, thoughts are thoughts, and we can, it's not just about only thinking positively. Like, there's something more to people than just, I don't know, boiling them down to like positive and negative thoughts. Like, people are complex and life is complex. And so it's not something I love hearing in MLM. So
Yeah. Well, and also let's not forget that typically, based on my experience, when they say something is negative, that's somebody typically exhibiting critical thinking. So if somebody is on the 5-1 plan, they get on the call with the coach and they're thinking, or they're saying to their coach, I'm not really sure if this doesn't feel right, or I don't feel good. And they're like, oh, just wait till day 4 and you'll feel a whole lot better. And it's like, I don't, that is going to be painted as negative, but that's somebody exhibiting critical thinking and touching, checking in, not touching, but like I was gonna say touching bases, but like checking in with their body and how their body is feeling. And if their body is screaming like, hey, we need some food, like this isn't okay, that's going to be painted as negative.
Yep. And it's also a practice. It is a high control group practice to silence your inner, like your gut, basically, of saying like, hey, so like, not gut as in I'm hungry, but gut as in like this is
doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right. And they do this in these high control groups, in my opinion, where they're like, just press through, just silence that feeling, just go as long as you can until you don't feel that anymore, and then you're going to get into this enlightened spot. But all of a sudden it's not actually an enlightened spot. You're in more of the under cult control, or under high control group, thinking. So it's insidious, in my opinion, based on my experience, as Erin Bies says.
Yeah, love that.
Protective language, we love you.
We love some protective language.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's frustrating because we end up talking about all of this negative things. And so I didn't sign up to be a diet coach. Did anyone else want to be a diet coach? Right. And so I was struggling, and maybe you might be feeling this way, that when you finish your client support day, it's too heavy on the nutritional
week ones.
Oh no, I did that again. Anyways, okay. I was going to say we have a visitor.
Do we need a floof? We need a floof check?
There's a floof sighting.
Oh my God, we're ready for it. We're so ready for it. Floof alert.
Come here, Mama.
Alert.
No, come here. Right here.
Oh.
Why are you being so weird? Come here. You're crying. Like,
oh my goodness. Oh, what a cute baby. Oh my God.
See if I can get some purring.
Oh, we hear it. Oh my God. Incredible.
Hey, mamas.
Oh. How is the introduction to your other cats going?
Still slow. We haven't really done a whole lot. Although Leo still is sometimes outside of our door, and hi, honey. He'll cry like he wants to come in, but he's scared of her. So I think what we might do is try to incorporate some of their like favorite toys, and have like me playing with Luna with her favorite toy, and then Mia will play with Leo and his favorite toy, which is a laser pointer right now.
Oh,
and then see if we can incorporate them that way, so it's not just like them staring at one another.
Yeah,
but
that's awesome.
I know she hasn't really been coming around when I was live streaming. So
yes,
does that feel good?
Oh, I love it.
Can you guys see the toe beans?
Yes. Oh, we need toe beans. So cute. Oh my gosh, Luna, you're incredible.
You see her looking at me?
Yes, she's.
Oh yeah.
I know she normally puts her paw on your face too.
Yeah,
She's
Not
just
doing that right now.
accepting the oh, here we oh my goodness.
Your breath stinks, bro. Your breath stinks.
Oh, she wanted to snug.
Mm-hmm.
Snug. Oh my gosh.
All right. Are we ready to play the video?
Yeah, indeed.
Okay. Let me see. Let me get over here. Hopefully I didn't go too far back.
All of this negative things.
Oh.
And so I didn't sign up to be a diet coach. Did anyone
Perfect
else want to be a
timing.
diet coach? Right. And so I was struggling, and maybe you might be feeling this way, that when you finish your client support day, it's too heavy on the nutritional program, which is really supposed to be the focus for the first week. And yes, it's important. I needed the nutritional program, but really the beauty and the fun and the joy is in the 26 optimal habits, right? So I have some ideas for you with that. And I'm going to share my screen so that we can kind of talk about these.
Have you seen the 26 optimal habits? Have you seen that?
Uh-uh.
I don't think I have, but
Okay,
we should
so first of
probably get a
all,
hold of it.
I'm going to give you all of these graphics at the end. You don't need to screenshot or anything. You can just be present taking notes. But I think it's really important to kind of work on some of my own ING words, is what I call them. There's an easy way to kind of try to flip the script with our clients so that they want to call us back or they want to answer our phone calls, because who wants to talk about what they're not doing and how they're feeling that they're failing? But isn't it funny how our mindsets as human beings goes to what we're doing wrong? Even though our coach didn't ask us what we were doing wrong, that's where our clients' kind of conversation goes. So we don't want to be talking about what we're, eating or losing or doing.
Guys, I know I'm stopping this, but I just hit 11,000 subscribers.
Oh, hell yes. Oh my God. Hold on. We're going to play the final countdown. Hold on. Kazoo style.
Just for you, Kevin.
This is for you. 11,000. Let's go.
That's so crazy.
Yes, let's go. Oh my God.
Thank you.
In the chat for Erin. Hell yes. That's incredible.
So
oh my God.
Crazy.
What a perfect stream to do it on as our little G-rated FU to Kevin Tinter. It's 11,000. Let's go.
Nuts.
Hell
Appreciate y'all. So whoever just subscribed, if you're on this live stream, that's pretty darn cool.
That's so cool.
So thanks, guys. Okay, back to the video. I just wanted to celebrate that with you guys.
Yeah, I love it.
Very cool.
We really want to kind of transfer those ING words to positive, motivating future words. So I challenge you to ask yourself, can I make this easy switch to all of these fun type of ING words? And there's thousands of them that we can use. Of, hey, tell me something that you're overcoming. Tell me something that you're noticing you're controlling. Or are you reading? What are you implementing? What are you seeing, noticing, finding, feeling? And those are words that I want to talk to someone about, right? So I always kind of use the analogy with my clients that I have this beautiful Wonder Woman lasso that I was given to wrap around you and slowly pull you out of this diet mindset that I was in and I needed my coach to do, to help me remember that I am becoming these 26 optimal habits. And we kind of talked about the Optavia University a few, I don't remember in which training it was, back a couple months ago. And it's kind of the same thing from that freshman to sophomore, junior, senior concept. When we start a program, we don't know everything the first week. And a lot of clients feel like they need to know everything and do everything because they're trying to focus on what they're eating and losing. But it's really this journey that if we can kind of flip that script at the end of week one, I call it the pivot phone call on Thursday, where we pivot from.
Oh my God. I just looked up the habits of health. It's 26 pages.
Oh my God.
That's for another live stream.
Hell no. Hell no.
The food journal into these words of these optimal habits and what they're willing to commit to do. So as we do these are fun words. These are words people want to talk about. And what's easy for us as coaches is everybody can think of an ING word. As you're talking to a client and listening, ING.
Oh, I can definitely think of an ING word, but it's not going to be on this list trying to sell an MLM product.
Yeah. The cursey words, we think of lots of ING words. We even think of words like submitting this video to the FTC
I
or
love that.
filing a complaint with, I don't know, somebody in whatever state that
Mhm.
this is in. Whatever. We can think of lots of good words.
Yeah, like or closing your Optavia account,
Fight-
canceling your
Fighting
Optavia
multi-level
account.
marketing. Yes, exactly.
We listen to them, see what they have to say, and we can ask them questions. Tell me something that you're finding from that. Tell me what you're seeing from implementing those habits. And we can easily change that conversation off food into what they're doing, reading, becoming, and so forth. So as we kind of do that, you're also going to notice the
Stop it.
more that you start using
Just
these as coaching words with your clients.
What'd you say?
How come one of the columns of color is not the identical size of the column on the right? And how come we are off center to the left in general, like overall? And did you like every single graphic program, PowerPoint, Canva, Google Docs has a auto positioning where you can say center horizontally, center vertically, and you could copy and paste I don't know. I'm just raging because like these series of PowerPoints have been so bad. I just had to say it. Like it was bubbling up inside of me. I'm
Oh,
good
yeah.
now. I got it out. We can continue. Boring, sleeping, snoring, escaping, everyone.
Let's fast forward because this
Let's go.
is
Skip. Oh my
Oh my
god. Who made this slide? Did they
look at
not
the gray. Look at the gray writing at the bottom of this slide.
reading, improving, becoming, deciding? Did you decide to not size this to the slide dimensions? 1920 by 1080. It's literally so easy. And then we went with a square graphic of a sky and then wrote text on top of it. Oh wow.
Can't.
Clap. Slow clap for you. Dear God.
Let's go to the next one.
God.
Oh, she talked about
I thought that said not grifting, but I agreed correctly.
We're not selling, we're not getting, we're not pushing.
Yes.
We're encouraging.
Yeah.
We're sharing.
Oh God. Oh.
It's not selling. We're sharing.
Oh my God.
Oh
my God. No,
here's
who did
sharing at the top. Nailed it.
you did. Attracting. Farming? We're farming people? Oh, it says forming. I'm sorry. I can't see anything. I thought it was for a second. See, this is why font size is important, okay? And just oh my God, I can't even watering, planting, believing, dripping, wrong word.
Dripping.
Oh, gross. Oh my God.
That's good. Oh God. I cannot. We've officially reached that point. I have officially reached that point where
it's too much. Dear God, dripping, the worst word that we could have encountered on this PowerPoint, dripping.
They talk about that because it's like, oh, well, we're dripping coaching onto these customers, meaning they're like planting seeds. That's another way they say it. Or just, mentioning it a little bit. Well, if you have all these people interested, you might consider coaching. It's like,
Well, you know what? I don't really think that I want Doug Wood to drip on me. I don't think I want Kevin Tinter to drip on me. I think I can speak for the entire live chat, at least for mine, that we don't want anyone dripping on us. Okay? Ew.
If anybody has content warning around like throwing up, just turn your mic down real quick because I'll wave when it's safe. I got that feeling right here. That feeling, when you're like, ooh, I don't like that. Like that queasy little,
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling when you said that, DeeCee. Okay, we're safe now. Oh, God. I feel like I need a drink.
Yeah, we should have alcoholized this. Next time.
I'm not prepared.
We weren't prepared. We were not.
All right, let's see what she has to say. And if we have to fast forward, we can.
Great.
Because no training has entered the chat.
I know. It's like when you show up to a Zoom call and expect training and never get it. I don't think I found one Zoom call in the entire year that I've been on here that I've been like, wow, you received some, training at all.
Yeah, this was all mindset. Has all been mindset and manipulation around language, in my opinion.
Yeah, manipulation station, your steam engine is just rolling right on through with your 212 degrees body change or whatever. So let's go.
I like how you just summarized this entire live stream, this entire video that we're reacting
Yeah.
to in one sentence.
I know. That
Impressive.
just saved you 2 hours and 34 minutes. Oh, yep.
Oh god, if you guys are still watching this live or you've consumed this amount of content in the replay, y'all are amazing. You guys are
got down
amazing.
to it in a non-religious manipulation kind of way. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
You guys are awesome. All right, let's see what we got here.
Love and kind of, am I a lukewarm coach today?
Yes, you
And
are.
kind of setting all my life aside, right? And being present and hearing my client and becoming friends and creating that mentorship with them, yet still trying to keep in us in a short period. And we're not going to do a whole 10-minute check-in call. There'll be other things that can happen. Jody, thank you so much. Everybody, this is Jody Tice. If you don't know, Jody, she's amazing, is here in Phoenix with me, and she's going to pretend that she's my client. Jody, can you unmute? Are you here?
Yep, I'm here.
Awesome.
I'm here.
Fantastic. Hey, Jody,
she's got
I'm
some
so excited
energy.
to connect with you today. So tell me a little bit, what are your...
Oh my god, wait, they're role playing?
They're freaking role playing right now.
I have to get a drink. Hold on.
Oh my god.
I can't.
Okay.
Text my husband, babe.
Holy moly.
Please bring
Ugh.
me. Can you please bring me
Alcohol.
alcohol? Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Oh my god, ew, David.
Ew.
I love that. That's my favorite.
Ew.
You, David.
Yes. Yep. That's this.
Oh, role
Did we-
playing.
They should have done the role playing at the beginning, and then they should have stopped at that. Or wait, we just there should have been no training at all.
They
Oh,
should have never done this. This is terrible.
and they're dead serious. They're like they like put people behind this. Like, this is important. We have not learned one important thing. Not one.
No, but my favorite part is when they're like, I'm so excited to be here. I just really want to fill your cup today and give you some things to help you with coaching and getting your clients excited and, dripping coaching to the right people.
Yeah.
It's going to be really exciting. And I want to introduce our next speaker. And, Jane, are you there? Okay, Jane. Jane is such an incredible human being. How long have you been a coach, Jane? Oh, 4.5 years. Fantastic. Has she ranked up? No, but you know what? She tries. And she's showing up to every training on all of the social media platforms at 212 degrees. She just never quits. She's incredible. So get ready to take some notes. Trying to do that in monotone was very difficult.
You're so good at this. That's why you're the professional. Oh my
I did it for so long.
I was like, holy crap, she's going for it. She is like the super top level of this. Like, holy moly. Oh my god. I know. Then just to back it up, that white PowerPoint presentation just really solidified like the excitement level that these people have for us for this training. That's
like
why
a dramatic reading.
we love to hear Erin. You know what we should do? Erin, make up a playlist of stuff we could fall asleep to. Maybe you could do an ASMR channel of the policies and procedures of multi-level marketing companies. and so then when people break their own policies and procedures, send them you. And then they're gonna like your voice so much that then they're gonna realize you're anti-MLM.
I know the exact first video I would do.
Which one would it be?
It's not even a comp plan, and it's actually a new company that nobody has talked about yet. That one of the legs that used to be under Jessie Lee is going to. It's called Believe. I did a members only live stream on this earlier, and they have this whole like Bill of Rights.
Stop!
I'm not kidding you.
Stop!
I'm not. Do you want to see it? We can test this.
I do want to see it. Oh my god.
How do I don't know how to do that on this streaming platform.
Okay. Are you sharing? Like, do you want to share a link or something, or do you want to like?
I can't even beneath this.
Oh my god! I think I can share a screen. Maybe.
Okay,
Can you send me
I'll send you the link.
You can send it in the private chat.
Okay. Oh, in the private chat. Yeah. Okay, let me get the link.
Oh my god. We've taken so many squirrel detours in this.
I love it.
Like, this is also how my streams go, and I'm just appreciate that everyone's here to like go with the flow. So I don't even know. Oh
I
my
mean,
god.
somebody has to bring the energy, reacting to this
Squirrel energy.
hot garbage.
It's the squirrel energy. Okay, let me.
Avery Joe. If you're a member on my channel, you already know what's about to happen.
Stop it right now.
I see you, Avery Joe. Please make this a thing. Maybe instead of doing a whole different channel, I'll do a playlist.
Okay, let me zoom into this really quickly because I don't even know where we went. Here, let me remove her for a second. And God. I'm gonna make
I feel like I'm done with them. I feel like we've reached that point where I'm done with them, with that video. Okay. Oh, good. And the alcohol has arrived. Thanks, babe. Watch out because Luna threw up. I need to clean that up. She threw up when,
oops. Holy moly. ASMR time.
Let's do it. I'll clean that up in a second, babe. She threw up when I started live. It was awesome. She didn't like what we were reacting to either.
We don't like what we're reacting to either. So yeah.
It's rough. I'm glad that I didn't watch that beforehand because oof. Yeah. Okay, so this is Truly Blue Raz. We're gonna have an ASMR moment just real quick. If you're not into it, just turn it down and I'll wave like this when we're done. I don't know. Let's do something fun. Let's rate the bubbles 1 through 10.
Okay.
1 being that was terrible. The bubbles are terrible, and 10 being like that was crispy.
Now,
crispy bubbles.
Live chat, do not let us down. You need to participate because this is MLM style. Make sure to tell us in the chat 1 through 10 what level of bubbles we got. Okay, we're ready and we're listening.
All right, here we go. Hold on. It's very cold. It's very crispy. It's gonna be good. Here we go. That was not a wave for the ASMR moment being done. Sorry.
It's a 10 out of 10.
It was a 10, really?
It was a 10. It was incredible.
Oh.
Whatever I just heard was a 10 out of 10. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm rating it a 10.
What did y'all think?
Perfect 10.
Oh, look at that. 6, 7. Okay.
There's some 10s. Come on. There has to be. Okay, there's lots of 10s in there. Okay.
Listen, this is maybe one of my favorite lives ever, Erin. This was so worth the wait because DeeCee has reached out several times and she's like, hey, do you want to live stream? And I always had something going on and I was like, I just am feeling really overwhelmed right now. I can't do that. And today I was like, DeeCee, do you have a live stream later? Because I was going to be like, can I come on your live stream with you? Can I do it with you? And then she was like, no, I don't have one. I was like, oh, do you want to do one?
Yes. No, I'm so stoked about this. And also, my MLM training prepared me. If I learned one thing about going for no, that's the only thing I took away from MLM because I was like, I'll be brave, ask Erin. And Erin's like, oh my gosh. I mean, it wasn't like.
I always have wanted to.
Yeah, no, I was like, I'm going to go for no. I'm going to take one good thing. I'm going to turn one thing from MLM and turn it for good. And then it manifested into this stream today. And I'm freaking here for it. So, and now we're ending with the Bill of Rights. So let me fix
this right here. 1 to 10 in the chat box. I cannot stand when these MLMers say chat box. I'm like, what? Chat box?
Okay.
What?
Let's see if this is better. Why can't I see this? Okay, I'm trying to fix this. Hold on.
Okay, and I have it pulled up here.
Okay,
and
I just want the chat. There we go. Okay, let me zoom out. Zoom out.
I have to move my mic, and the cord on my mic is a little funny, so bear with me in case I have to reconnect it. Just everybody.
Okay, I think I just messed with the live chat, so I'm gonna fix this.
Okay.
Unless I just lost it. Okay.
I'm moving the mic real close.
Okay, we're ready.
We're making eye contact.
Oh God. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna leave the live chat off for the reading. No, I won't. Let me see. I'm just trying to fix it. I don't know where the live chat went. I can't see it. Let me refresh my.
It was, ma'am, what is your problem? What are you chasing? I think she might have the zoomies, so perfect timing for this.
Okay. I don't know what happened. Let me just go back out and come back in. I'll be RB.
So this did it to me earlier, and I could see it on my YouTube channel. I just couldn't see it like with what we're seeing.
Okay, let me go back out and come back in.
Okay.
You should be fine. I'll be right.
Okay. I still believe in you, Erin. Christina. Oh my God. Okay. Cue patriotic music. Wait, I'm gonna have to wait for her to come back because you have to see this. You have to see this. You have to experience it. Here she comes.
There we go. Technical difficulties. We're coming in hot. Okay, let me share my screen again. Benavie, Bill of Rights. Did I ever think that this was going to be a thing? No, I did not. And where's our chat? We need our chat. Here we go.
And here we are.
Oh my God. Let me zoom out one more time.
Okay.
Zoom.
You guys won't be able to read it, but, I'm going to read it.
I'm going to read it to us. And so, I mean, this is better. I mean, better than, I don't know, going to the movies. We're about to listen.
What are you doing, ma'am? Oh.
Okay. Let me exit this out. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. It like froze for a minute.
Yes, we're good to go.
Okay.
I think we're good to go. I hope we're good to go. Oh God.
Hold on. I gotta check and make sure that. Can you guys hear? Did the sound the same? Just closer.
Yes. Yep. I'm just trying to fix this. Sorry. Let me just.
We're good. All right.
Okay. Zoom out. Why are you doing this to me? Okay. Sorry.
Here we go. Are you ready for me to read this?
Indeed, I am.
Okay.
Okay. No laughing. Straight face.
If I laugh, I'll just look away from the mic. Also, I can't look at the comments. I can't look at the chat box because I will lose it.
Okay. Chat, be on your best behavior, but also your worst behavior. Erin, don't even look at the chat.
I'm not. I have the chat covered because I already know it's good. Okay. One moment. The Beneve Influencer Bill of Rights. At Beneve, we want our influencers to fully understand in very clear terms how very different we are from other companies. First, Beneve's Influencer Bill of Rights memorializes in writing exactly how we honor our business relationship with our influencers. 1. I can't even look at DeeCee right now.
No, don't look at.
Each influencer's business and personal enrollment tree lineage shall be honored and protected. Beneve, which is it? I don't know. We'll find out. Recognizes the sacred nature of personal business relationships within the direct sales industry, and influencers can depend on Beneve to provide a supportive environment to help grow, sustain, and protect those relationships. An MLM business is not sacred, FYI. Influencers have the right as independent contractors to participate in other direct sales businesses without fear of facing suspension or termination, so long as they respect the golden rule. Is it the standard golden rule? No. Like always, they have changed their terms. They have redefined what we know as the golden rule to be as such. Influencers may only introduce their personally sponsored influencers or customers to another direct sales business opportunity. If a Beneve
influencer elects to promote other direct sales companies, they will be eligible to receive unilevel, fast start bonuses, and check match if qualified. However, they will not be eligible to participate in the following: leadership perks, lifestyle bonus, star pool bonus, ambassador pool bonus, or leadership incentive trips. In other words, sure, you can be a part of multiple MLM companies, but once you really reach a leadership position in the company, you're going to have to pick, or you're going to forfeit some of your pay, some of your bonuses. Number 3, at Benieve, we honor your ownership rights of social media channels, unlike Optavia that DeeCee and I are covering right now. Living in the United States of America, the land of the free and the home of the brave. And as an independent contractor, you would of course assume that you would naturally have absolute dominion over your personal social media channels. But unbelievably, this is often now not the case for today's network marketers. A quick review of the policies and procedures for the vast majority of network marketing companies will disclose draconian, did I say that right? Controls over your ability to conduct business on your channels. The restrictions are specifically designed to take away your independent contractor rights to conduct business on your terms and go so far to even force you to abandon your social media channels for up to 12 months or longer, should you choose to even depart from their company. Optavia, we're talking to you.
I'm trying to be so good right now, and I cannot.
I find this to be abhorrent behavior on their part and something you will never be subjected to at Benieve. While it's necessary to, of course, enforce copyright restrictions as well as basic product representation guidelines, we will never restrict our influencers' abilities to conduct ethical. Benieve, you're still an MLM company. There's nothing ethical about you. FYI, you should write that down.
Oh my God.
We will never restrict our influencers' abilities to conduct ethical and open business practices on their independent social media channels. Also, I did not see what you just pinned from the comments on purpose. Number 4. Benieve's compensation plan pays more than any other nutritional supplement direct sales company in the industry, period. Was that just a popping pea that I did? Absolutely. We fund our influencer compensation plan with an industry best 65%. There should be a comma there, I believe. Plus, our compensation plan doesn't have all the qualified leg gotchas that require X rank within a specified number of legs. Which is a classic move by a company to make it more difficult to maximize their compensation plan.
Push through, Erin. I know, I'm being bad. I know. Erin could have done this without me like making her laugh. Oh my God.
Number 5. How do you say the name of this company? I don't know. I think I've said it different on every point here. Benieve. That sounds like beneath, which, okay, whatever. Influencers are protected from termination without cause, period. That's another popping pea for y'all. Yeah. Influencers have the right to receive reasonable notice at the commencement of a compliance investigation, as well as any pending disciplinary actions. During a compliance investigation, the influencer will continue to receive whatever commissions they're entitled to receive. At, however you say the name of this company, we begin our compliance investigations of an influencer with a presumption of innocence, and only after evidence of wrongdoing is clearly established will, however you say the name of this company, take additional appropriate measures. Influencers will have the right to review all complaints made against them if, and we do mean if, the complaint is the basis for disciplinary action of any kind. If the influencer disagrees with the compliance department recommended level of discipline, they have the right to appeal said disciplinary action to the PAC team, which will then make disciplinary recommendations. My husband just walked in and is ruining the dramatic reading, but he brought me food, so we'll let it slide this time. Just kidding. Which will then make disciplinary recommendations to Benevi's president, however you say that, I don't know. Influencers have the right to automatic yearly renewal of their membership, so long as they have paid in full their yearly membership fee and have not materially breached their influencer agreement. Number 7. Benieve or Benevi, whichever you prefer, is committed to listening to its field of influencers. To ensure this is accomplished, a Presidential Advisory Committee, or PAC, will be assembled, like the Avengers. This influential team will be comprised of 5 separate 5-star or above influencers. Participating influencers on the PAC team will be selected by the CEO and the president. Benieve, whatever, recognizes how critical it is for the base. What kind of, are we talking about, like gold camp, like Scientology base? What are we talking about? To have a voice in the decision-making process and future direction of the company. Number 8. Influencers have the right to sell, transfer, or will their independent contractor business. I feel like independent contractor business is 2 very separate things. Just me? Okay. To any party that would qualify to enroll as an influencer under normal conditions. Number 9. Influencers have the right to expect that all reasonable steps have been taken to ensure that our products are best in class in the marketplace and are manufactured with strict efficacy at a registered FDA CGMP facility. I'd like to see the studies and such on that, because I've already looked at your products. So, signed, Judy Willardson. Fun fact about Judy, she used to be in many MLM companies. Prove It was one of them. Isn't that fascinating?
Oh, literally so much tea has come out of this. One, heart and freaking hype in the chat for Erin doing the best dramatic reading. And when we all tried, listen to some of these puns. Hold on. Let me go back to the beginning, because I believe I may have run out of puns. Don't stop believing. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, tell me some of the best ones.
I believe this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen on the internet all day. I believe in miracles.
Unbelievable.
I listen to the rhythm of the heart. I do believe that ChatGPT wrote this. I believe that the dripping makes me uncomfortable.
Did you hear what I said? Unbelievable.
I know. You need to make a little emote for your channel.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I'm
Oh
sure
my
you
God.
can have a lot of emotes on your channel.
I just forget sometimes.
Yeah. Drop a 2 in the chat if Erin needs to add more emotes to her channel. Benieve. Oh my
I
gosh.
don't even know if that's how you say it. Benieve? I don't know.
I
Well, I
want
guess
to
we'll find
say it
out.
as wrong as possible. Seriously.
Benive.
Yes. I believe in miracles. Oh my god. I mean, they have the worst name of all time. I mean, other than 3, but still, Benieve, like, there's no way. There's
Yeah,
no
I feel a video coming on Benieve for sure.
Yes.
Benieve.
Yep.
No idea.
Lots of yeah. Anyways. Well,
Yeah.
this has been a wild
An adventure.
It has been an adventure. We've taken some squirrely like offshoots and that's happened. So appreciate you handling that so well. I don't know. What did we learn about Optavia? Nothing. What did we learn about PowerPoints? Use the tools at
Presenter mode.
Presenter mode. Oh my god. What did we learn about the Benieve Influencer Bill of Rights? This is just it's awful. I desperately want the X-Files I want to believe poster, but it says I want to Benieve. Done.
Oh my god.
Done. I will do it and I will tag Erin. I will do it.
Oh, thank you. That would be so cool.
Squirrel. Yes, literal squirrel moment. Welcome to the internet. Welcome to oh my gosh, whatever happens.
If you guys are watching the replay and after we end this live stream, if you would please go comment on both of our videos. Unbelievable.
Yes.
Spell it how you want. Go crazy with it, but put it in the comments after we're done live streaming or if you made it all the way through this on the replay.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So I don't know. Live chat, you've been incredible. Replay crew, you've been incredible. The more puns, the better.
Absolutely.
And yes, we do need the unbelievable. Spell it in the MLM way, and if you can tag Benieve, even better. Let them know that they're on our radar. So I don't know. We've been live for 3 hours and 1 minute, so I think it's probably time to let Erin go back to her family and her food and her drinks and her cat. So live chat, thanks so much. And Erin, thanks so much for streaming with me.
Thank you for having me.
I had a blast. I think we play our Kazoo outro for Kevin, and then I will play the we have our little ending screen as well, if I can find it. Let me just get that, and then I will get. Here we go. Live chat, thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Okay.